Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. What's popping, guys? Welcome to ZeerTalks and welcome to another episode of Weekly Promo Class. Sixth episode, guys. Hey, it's a beginning, but it's a beginning of a long journey, guys. You know what I'm saying? Man, like Mikel Arteta settings, it's a journey to be proud of, they say. You know what I mean? After losing that Champions League game against Paris Saint-Germain, you know what I mean? I have to throw a little dig out there. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, listen, man. You guys already know what to do, guys. Subscribe, press the alarm bells for future content notifications. Like, comment your way. Go check ZeerTalks socials. You know what I'm saying? And don't check only mine. Go check NoThisIsJester. Go check TBV Wrestling, who's the Bayern view, of course, but he has a wrestling channel. He is now involved in the show, guys. We've made it an official thing, right? And inshallah, you're well wherever you may be. So, yeah, guys. I say we introduce the guests. First off, we introduce Jester. And second,
what up?
We introduce TBV. What's good, Liam?
Bless up, people.
Bless up, people.
I think Catalan wants to fight me in the chat.
Does he actually? What does he say?
He said Stephanie Vicker is his second wife. That's impossible. It's my second wife. Was just looking at her work.
Wait.
Right?
Man's moving like an Arab, bro.
I was literally like, I was gonna put like founder of Stephanie Vicker fan club in my profile.
Stephanie Vicker, Rhea Ripley, next against Liv Morgan.
I like booties.
Kate Cargill.
I like the cake. I like the cake.
Do you like Nia Jax?
Nah, not that much cake. She's pretty. I'll give Nia Jax that. She's pretty, but that's too much cake. I
don't think anyone's going to be able to finish
Stephanie's
that cake,
gorgeous, and she's a very good wrestler. I do rate her. I got Seth out here now in his Punjabi robe.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. He dressed, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That guy was dressing up like I'm not even gonna.
That was some drip. Did you hear what it was? It was some $14,000 Pakistani designer.
Oh, the kurta. It's not even a kurta. So they have a traditional dress called kurta, but that dress is not kurta. That is. Don't even know what it's called, bro. I think they use it in
fancy as shit. It looked the word that I would use is regal. Yeah, it looked very it almost looked royal. Like something that a prince would wear or something like that.
I'm gonna search.
But it did look cool. It looked sick. It actually looked sick. Like I'll get that. It's probably the best thing he's worn in a little while. Yeah, $14,000 Pakistani designed, fancy coat basically. But yeah, very good stuff from him, mate.
Yeah, so it's basically like a fancier version of a kurta, basically. But hey, I'm not gonna lie, he looked good, bro. He looked good.
He does look. He looks pimping.
Good, but you know what? Since you're still watching, for those who don't know, he's still currently watching the show. Because obviously
it was a busy day yesterday. It was a huge day.
Yeah, I can assume. So I say we kick things off. And by the way, we're not gonna talk about everything because we don't want to put too much time onto this thing. It's better we talk about the important stuff.
Post Mania now, mate. We just get into the good shit.
Yeah. We'll only talk about everything when they matter. Now, what matters is a big feud that is being reignited. The John Cena Randy Orton feud. Now, obviously, they're all after Mania. We already talked about what Randy Orton did. But then on SmackDown, Cena and Orton actually had a promo segment. Now, in that promo segment, it was interesting because the dynamic was different. Now it's Orton as babyface, Cena as the heel.
And even Orton said as such.
Yeah, and Orton basically.
What did he call it? I think he called it Bizarro World. He did say Bizarro World, where you're the bad guy and I'm the good guy.
Yeah, and he was talking about how John Cena needs kids because he tried to figure out why John Cena has changed.
Bro, Cena cooked after that comeback.
And Cena's like, "How dare you?" And it's like, the reason I ain't a dad because I've been raising these children for 25 years, and these dads are all a bunch of loser dads. And
then that kid by a kid.
John Cena cooked, bro. Now, Cena, you see, by the way, can I just say, you see when Cena cooked them kids, bro? I'm not going to lie. When he cooked them kids, bro, like, part of me was thinking of Jester because, like, obviously this generation, Like it's filled with
Well,
marks.
nah, 100%. These fucking kids, bro. Fuck these kids.
That type of generation of fans. You know what I mean? So it's just like
fuck these kids. Bro, nah, I'm down. I'm with it. 100%. Like I reckon deep inside it genuinely hurts him being, you know, John Cena, the superstar, the godfather of the Starlight Foundation, you know, I genuinely believe there's a part of him when he's delivering these moments with these kids that's like, shit, I've just ruined this kid for his life. But he's cooking when he does it. I think, like, I actually thought the promo outright was the best back and forth we've seen from Cena since he's been a heel. The stuff with him and Cody was very much Cena talks, Cody barely says anything, then, you know, Cody talks and Cena gets owned, and then Cena did all his talking in the ring at Mania. The stuff since already, I think it's been much better. Like, it's been, even his explanation for Mania was brilliant. But like, Spaghetti was in my chat. He was like, "Oh, Orton cooked Cena." I was like, "No, he fucking didn't." I was like, that was a promo, bro. You got to understand when people are doing promos, like, that verbal sparring doesn't mean one or the other got cooked. Like, he was like, "Oh, you know, no, I'm saying they're cooking." I'm like, "Well, then say that." Like, they are cooking, bro. I was like, that was fire from both sides. Like,
who can cook? I remember when Cody and Cena cooked one another.
I can cook all right.
Hey, listen, bro. You know what I meant, bro. This fucking guy, bro.
Stephanie, he can cook, by the way.
Bro, can I just say, out of us three, I'm the guy that can't cook shit, bro.
So, yeah, we know that.
She could cook.
There you are.
You've never experienced the bachelor life, bro. Outside of the home, no mum or fucking nan or sisters to feed you.
Forget about that, though. You know what? You know why? Because my dad can cook. My brothers all can cook. My mom.
Yeah, I was, dude. All right.
I'm the only guy in the household that have no balls to cook.
In saying that, I grew up.
You know what I mean? So
I grew up with divorced parents, right? And my dad was a single dad, and my dad was like, he was a basic cook, like meat and free veg, like, you know, gave you what you needed. But he taught me very young. And in saying all this, my nan did everything for me, his mum. But he was like, if you need a woman to cook for you, clean for you, like all of it, basically, all the cliche shit. He was like, if you need a woman to do all of that for you, he was like, it's not really worth being a man. Essentially, the cooking thing. He was like, if you can't look after yourself without your mother, and it stuck with me. It stuck with me, mate. All right. I used to give my brother shit because he'd burn 2-minute noodles. Are you one of them? Can you burn 2-minute noodles?
Probably no.
Learn how to cook here, right? Go hang out with mum. Go hang out with mum.
I'll burn the first thing I touch. So
you need to get some Faz cooking lessons, bro. We'll get you on with Faz.
Once I get Faz cooking lessons, oh my!
I mean, what? Do you like spicy foods? Do you like fucking?
Hey, you know what?
I
do think. Hey, listen, I would try. Hey, listen, I'll try the biryani he was eating, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. That biryani he was eating, I would try it.
Well, Lee reckons he's a. You know, we'll get you sorted here. We'll get you sorted. All right. We're getting sidetracked.
When the time comes, I'll try to be sorted. Don't worry.
We'll get you sorted, mate.
We'll get sorted.
We'll start with 2-minute noodles and boiling water. Okay, we'll start there.
Why am I the one getting cooked here, bro? Oh my God!
You said it yourself, bro. Like,
hey, listen, bro. Listen, enough of cooking me, bro. Let's talk about Randy Orton and John Cena cook one another, brother.
That's the point we're getting across. Yes.
Yeah. Let's talk about them, man, cooking one another. I was trying to say both can cook. Yes, there you go. Anyway,
it's also too the other thing. I think the reason they're smashing through this is because we've got 2 weeks to turn this around. So they are like you know, Orton, you know, standing tall 2 times already. It's probably not going to be so good for him next week. But it's been great. Like, it's just the aura of them two. And I never thought I'd feel like that. Like, there's certain nostalgic acts of when they've put them face to face again, we haven't cared. And those two are the true the truest two of their era. The last two left. Like they're like 3 years, those guys, really. Like they came through in one, they lived through another, and now they're in their third era. And they're the only two left. Like there ain't anybody else left who's done what they've done, except like R-Truth, bro, and he don't count.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
you know what I mean?
That segment out with John Cena though was hilarious.
Oh, him and then Jimmy Uso afterwards. Like you're already grown up, bro. Like
yeah. Bro.
No, they're doing. They are doing really well. I'll admit it's been they are cooking, and I hope they have a great match. I imagine they will. And it'll definitely be some form of a dirty finish, being Randy's hometown, and it'll very much be a dirty finish. I think
you can't bury him, not in St. Louis.
Yeah, but can I ask a question? How
I don't think you can just bury him at the moment. Full stop. Like there's no Brock Lesnar coming back stiffing him in the head. You know what I mean? I don't think you can. I don't think you can bury Randy Orton full stop at this point. It's the biggest dude in WWE.
Randy Orton's bulletproof. Randy Orton's bulletproof. But my question is, how do we execute it to make it look like it there's something being told? Because remember, the WrestleMania one, the execution was pathetic, right? Let's be honest. So how are we going to execute?
I think there was still a story there. I think it was just the ending, but I think they were telling a story there. John Cena wrestled exactly like every Triple H. Del Rio, Rusev, like he wrestled that typical heel.
I thought
No, I'm not talking about the I'm not talking about the wrestling match. I'm talking about the ending, Jester. I'm talking about the ending.
The way I saw it was he was not trying to be Hollywood Hogan, but he was wrestling like Hollywood Hogan, in my opinion.
The double. When he did the second double axe handle.
Please understand me, guys. Please understand me. I'm not asking about the wrestling. I actually liked how he wrestled for what he can do. I'm saying the ending. How do we execute the way Cena beats Randy Orton?
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. If they do that again,
because Travis Scott's not going to work out. I don't want
to place a fucking riot. If they do that again, because it's been a horrible reaction to it. If they do that again,
we know that Rock's not coming out because he's already said on the Pat McAfee show. So
anyway, Rock being involved makes no. Oh my God, between me and y'all, actually, if I say between lives of this, we're not live. I'll be real, guys. I gave up on the Rock, bro.
Bun the Rock, bro. I've been saying this for years.
I gotta give him a big. I gotta give him a big up. Literally, when I was waiting for you, I watched the Smashing Machine trailer. It's come out. The UFC movie he's doing. Give it a squeeze. It's an A24 film. It looks.
Yeah, but still, I gave up on the Rock.
It looks good. Yeah, same. I have too. But I'm just saying, like I said too, he came back because he was failing in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And then he's got this Netflix thing. Then he's got the CEO deal, right? And then Martin Scorsese offers him a movie. And that's why he was doing this Smashing Machine A24 movie. And A24 have been behind some of the biggest, most energetic kind of Hollywood productions in the last few years. Like they're a big up and coming company. So as it was, that was going to reignite him. But the Scorsese thing, like I said, he was literally meant to do whatever he was meant to do with wrestling. And then Martin Scorsese offered him a fucking job. And you don't say no to Martin Scorsese. So he's been spending all his time in Hawaii preparing for that role. And that being a Scorsese movie, it's probably going to be the whole year. But he used wrestling to get popular again, and it worked.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah, that's and a fair shout.
And then he's abandoned it just as quick. But yeah, the ending of that match, I think it'll be like a screw job or something.
Yeah, I just hope it's a roll up. I don't want to see a roll up.
I don't know. I think it'll be like another title shot or a fucking even a count out. I don't know. DQ. Bro, the way Seth's just sitting there as Bron, he almost doesn't want to watch it.
Yeah.
As he's
By the way,
I have a
question. You still think Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman, and Braun Breaker could be involved in this John Cena thing?
No, not now. It would make no sense, in my opinion.
I think they can do something with that. That could be one of those things in which it saves this whole.
Do you want me to
if there was a saving grace with the long term of Rock, That's the only
Yeah,
saving
They're on opposite shows for starters.
Do you want me
Yeah,
to
that's the
tell
only
you what I
problem.
think
That's the only
happen on
problem.
that?
Yeah.
My opinion on what's going to happen on that is Seth is taking out every single person that Jay has left. And then it will be Jay will have no one. And then
Oh yeah, and then Seth beats Jay. Yes, I agree with this one. Yes, that I agree with. But and we'll talk about that later. But yeah, I don't know. But with this John Cena thing, I don't know. Like the only thing I can think of is maybe if he attacks Randy Orton with the belt, like he's been doing.
Could he not do?
Yeah, I know. I 100% think there'll be a belt shot. That's what I'm saying. It either ends with a nefarious, because the last one essentially ended with a belt shot too.
Yeah,
just not the one that it should have been.
Do you think he could do like what Eddie Guerrero used to do when they throw the belt up? Or do you not think they could pull that off?
Nah, because that'd be a mad pop. That'd be a cheap pop. And today's day and age, the refs might not fall for it. You'd hope. It should be the other way around too. If it was going to happen, it'd be Orton trying to do it to Cena. But then, even still, what's the point? Because you can't win the title via DQ. And even when you're a champion, and I always think this, if you deliberately lose for a DQ, then that's an instant rematch, in my opinion. Like, it just means that down the line, you've still got to beat the opponent. You know what I mean? Like, so booking like that means there's still further stories to be told. Which could happen. Could happen. I mean, they could stretch this, turn it around in 2 weeks from Mania to Backlash, just because it's Randy Orton and just because it's in his hometown. It could happen. What's the next one? What are we?
Backlash and the Cerruti show. The Cerruti show is the next one.
And then it'll be Money in the Bank, June.
But is Money in the Bank June or July? I thought it was in July, Money in the Bank. Because they announced that Los Angeles is going to host
Night of Champions is around June too, isn't it? Or around the same thing?
Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because Backlash is in May. So then the Night of Champions. Oh, yeah. You're right. No, you're cooking. Yeah. So it's June, the Cerruti show. And then the Money in the Bank.
I'll see what the confirmed calendar is.
Yeah. But regardless,
schedule.
But regardless, I think we get John Cena Orton like for more than one pay-per-view or PLE, I should say. I don't think we just get a one PLE.
So maybe we do get like a count out then.
It doesn't even have to be a count out. It could be some sort of form of a screw job, and then it pisses off Randy.
Money in the Bank is May 20. Money in the Bank is May 25th.
May 25th.
May
25th.
End of May.
Oh, so it's immediately after
Backlash.
Backlash.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, no, if that's
NXT,
the case,
also NXT. So it's going to be like a double thing. NXT Battleground is the same day, so it'll be same day, different arena. I guess.
Yeah, then we're not getting Randy Orton and Cena again. Then we're getting it once.
Clash in Paris. SummerSlam is August 2nd, 3rd, 2 days, first time ever. SummerSlam, 2nd, 3rd.
Yeah.
Clash in Paris is August 31st, and then there's a couple. Apparently, another Evolution is planned July.
Yeah. The Evolution one is why we saw all the women pull up on Monday night. I feel like we'll talk on that one, but yeah. So basically, what I think Cena faces Punk immediately after Orton then. Because I think they're planning Cena Punk for Money in the Bank.
It makes sense. Actually.
Because of the nostalgia from 2011 when it was in Chicago.
I think they should do that too. Yeah, throw back to that. But I think they should do that anyways, just based off the build up to Mania, and then Elimination Chamber and how that went down, and he did essentially like screw over Punk, or Punk was screwed over. I think that one makes the most sense in terms of who can instantly walk into a feud against him.
Yeah. Anyway,
poor Sami, man. Like, he literally just comes back from his fucking break, and now they're basically writing him off TV again.
Yeah.
Like,
but I said we talk about
he's already dead.
But I said we talk about that. So obviously, you just saw now. I'm assuming.
It's halfway done. Like the refs are thinking about calling it. Seth just gave him the.
As you're watching, we can still talk on it quickly.
I know full well what happens to him, bro.
So basically, obviously, Sami Zayn questioned Seth Rollins' vision for his group that he's forming for the future. After winning the main event.
Also, Bron needs to lay up on the goddamn Tanner, bro. Like, is he hanging out with Paul Heyman's Tanner? Like, the guy has instantly gone the most
Braun Breaker. He's just a stud, brother. He's just a stud.
He's a stud. I'll give him that.
He is a stud, bro.
Bro, he's a freak, is what he is.
But look, this thing too absolutely shut on one of my theories. You know, like not my theories, but one of the things that I thought was possible that may have happened.
Yeah, and I told you it's not happening, by the way. I told you it's not happening.
No, you're 100%. And I'm glad you did, bro, because I prefer the underdog here. You know, that I thought he would have fitted into Seth's vision. But I can see what they're doing here.
But I want to let you guys know where my thought process came from. It's because of the show that's happening, which is Royal Rumble, guys. You're telling me they're not gonna take a chance on Sami Zayn winning Royal Rumble?
I'm telling you this now, and this is from now, and this is just my opinion. If they make Sami Zayn win because it's in Saudi, I'm gonna be pissed.
Bro, I'm sorry. I would be gassed because, bro,
no, I get that.
He represents God.
Look, see, we've heard it too. I absolutely understand your theory and where you're coming from and stuff. And if they're trying to put butts in seat in the Middle East for the rest of the foreseeable future, it's a great call. I could see it on a larger scale with Sami Zayn and a Royal Rumble and a World Championship because it's Sami Zayn. And they've been
and that too, obviously, but
and with what they did with Jey Uso this year, I feel like it would be shades absolutely of that. It had to be one or the other when it came to those two. But I understand completely where Liam is coming from. It is absolutely majorly wishful thinking to think that WWE would pull the trigger when they haven't already to pull the trigger on Sami just because he's wrestling in an Arabic region. You know what I mean? Like, it is honestly wishful
in that perspective, I hear you, but
they didn't pull the trigger on Daniel Bryan, bro. And he was the biggest thing in wrestling no matter where he fucking wrestled. Sami Bryan ain't got shit. Sami Zayn ain't got shit on Daniel Bryan and what he was at the moment. And I love Sami. But Daniel Bryan...
pull the trigger on Bryan, though. They pulled it by force, but they pulled it.
No, they pulled it because they had to.
I'm saying by force. Yeah, I said by force.
Doing it with Sami is them repeating what they've just done with Jey. I have no problem with it. It makes perfect sense in a story thing and for the good of wrestling and furthering everything. But on a world scale, it probably doesn't even have the importance of Jey just winning then. Like Jey and Yeet and all of that, and at least for what he's doing for kids around the world. Sami is, and forever will and always be, the indie darling. He's El Generico, bro. Like, he's the mainstream. Like, if people are reacting badly to Jey having the title, you wait till it's on Sami. You wait. Like the WWE mark, especially the guy that's like can only see a Cena or an Orton or a Rock or a Brock Lesnar or whatever, is like a guy who looks at Vince McMahon's booking as good shit. A guy like that, and that's a lot of WWE fans, they're going to riot and hate if Sami is champion. They're going to, like, you think it was bad with Jey. If Sami even looks like he's getting booked into that position, the internet trolls are going to come out, bro. And for the same reason you're saying it needs to happen, they're going to hate you and say that it's only happening because of that. You know what I mean?
No,
and I think that's what Liam's sentiment is of that feeling.
But can I counter it if you guys don't mind? You guys have spoken for long. I have not even.
Go for it.
No, my counter to this though.
I say all that.
No, I know you do. I know you do. You're just saying that fans will just turn on him because of the purpose. But here's the thing. I'm not saying that's the only reason. I'm saying that plays a role because you have to understand Sami Zayn, since the Bloodline story, has always been that guy that was supposed to be catapulted into that guy anyway.
I would say yes. I would say they.
So let's not act like that he was never gonna be there.
100%.
It's just that the
I
Saudi thing is like
almost believed when he fought Roman.
Yeah. It's just I feel like, but again, he's gonna be there regardless. It's just like I feel like the best place, the best time to do it is in front of his type of like people in it, like to get to that wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, his type of people
is
Canadians,
I'm talking
bro.
in a
I'm
Sami
sorry.
Zayn perspective. I'm talking in like
that's true.
Like in our perspective.
He's Canadian, eh?
Wait, what? Sorry.
If he was going to win it anyway, he's got to win it in Canada, surely.
I mean, he can win. Listen, I mean, if there was a Royal Rumble in Canada, great. Hey, listen, he was supposed to have a chance at winning the Elimination Chamber thing, wasn't he? Against Roman, but Roman had to say champion.
If we were to take early odds for the winner now, where we stand already, yes, great money would be on. He'd have crazy odds. He'd have crazy odds, and it'd be a good bet based on Zeer's thinking. And already, if you look at where we are, 2 weeks into the WrestleMania yearly calendar, building up to the next one, it would make beautiful sense to have Sami Zayn be repeatedly murdered for the first few months, and you build him again to that position. But I think, I think it could happen here. I think it could, but I understand what Liam's saying too.
But I understand your perspectives also. Don't think I don't get it. I actually do. It's just I feel like the right place and the right timing for what has happened now is
where we're at. See where we're at come August. See where we're at.
I think that's a good idea. Yeah. But my theory, and I've said this for since the Royal Rumble was announced, Sami Zayn to win it, because I feel like at that night, I'll try to go to that event. It's in my city. I'm sure the pop would be massive.
But can I just
hosting ups and downs in the car park?
Yeah, can I throw a dagger into that though? What if he wins the Money in the Bank and then wins it there instead of winning the Rumble? What if he wins the title there?
Yeah, but how does that make sense for him to win Money in the Bank though? Because keep in mind, you're not gonna have Sami Zayn beat Jey Uso. You're just not.
Yeah, but Jey won't be champion by then.
No, but here's the thing.
Seth will be.
But Liam, you have to think about this. Seth Rollins and his whole group that he's forming, and he's gonna add another member, so it's gonna put the odds for his opposition even worse lower for them to beat Seth Rollins, right? So we just talked about earlier. I think Jester brought the idea of you brought it up, how basically Jey Uso is gonna have nobody left until Seth Rollins beats Jey Uso eventually and becomes world champion. You're telling me Seth Rollins is going to be world champion for such a little time? No, he's not, bro. He's not going to be world champion for such a little time. He's going to keep that championship. His group's going to save his ass for majority of the time until we get to that Mania season, in which we probably read all of the things that we just started now and all the build-up that happens in the future of the year. I was
just going to say, look, with
leading to Mania 42 and Zayn winning the Rumble in Saudi makes the most sense to get to that point then.
I mean, with what I just said about, we'll see how we get in the build-up. As I just said, if we were to look at the schedule as the calendar started 2 weeks ago, and how do you build the next underdog or whatever, Sami is that underdog forever and always. Same as Jey was too. Jey literally went through a 2-year fucking you're not going to win storyline. When you put it all out like that, I actually think probably the Mania and Royal Rumble option is better. And with what we just had on Raw, maybe it does stay on Seth till then. And so, Seth gets it around Money in the Bank, SummerSlam. And, we build that story again. Because, I mean, he just fucking murdered the guy. Just murdered the dude on TV. And also, he instantly seems very cultish. That very cult Seth Rollins, where he was like, I'm sorry. It has to be done. But you could be right here. honestly, you could be right. Like, based on that booking and just how that Raw just ended, like, if you look at Jay's story in his yearly build-up to finally winning it, you know, it goes back even further. It goes back to fucking COVID for Jay.
Yeah,
like, that's how far back
bro,
it goes
even the
with
Sami
him.
Zayn stuff, though, bro. But
I know
people
it does.
don't
I know
use
it does,
but
bro.
that's
I
why.
understand. I'm already having flashbacks to all the shots he's already had and all the near misses and what he had. Gunther, Roman. There's been a couple others, hasn't there, along the way? But I know Gunther and Roman, he was 100% in programs with. Like,
Also, by the way, I'm gonna
isn't
tell you
that some
from now.
disrespect to Jay, though? No. I don't think it's disrespectful to Jay at all. Jay could have lost the title on Raw the next day, and that could be considered disrespectful, but it wouldn't have been, because no matter what, at the end of the day, Jey Uso was made World Heavyweight Champion, and that's more than an Uso ever deserved. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Jay. It's been all him. His song suits him. Day one. It's all him. He ain't the one fucking up. Well, they both fuck up at time to time, but Jimmy's the one who keeps fucking up. Even that, actually, I thought that was a bit unfair in the promo thing with Logan, being like, "Oh, you're just gonna fuck up," and it's like Logan Paul of all people telling Jay that he's a fuck up. Like, I was like, "Yeah, that's shit." Hey, bro, are we going to talk about that?
Oh, please don't get honestly.
No, but I mean, we have to. Like, it's literally the big fear. Like, after the way Mania was booked. But can you believe it? We are walking straight into Logan Paul, and you know he's not winning. The threat's going to be there, right? The cheap heat's going to be there. But regardless, we're walking into a Logan Paul. Like, what? This is his second one already?
Yep.
He had a match with Roman for the World WWE. What the fuck? Like,
what did you mention
bait.
again?
It's pure rage bait.
The fact that Logan's getting loads of opportunities for nothing, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be a statistic on Jay's reign, which is fine, because losing against the world champion doesn't do anything to you, and being Jey Uso and having a name like Logan Paul, who's an up and comer, that doesn't really mean anything either. Like, if he say loses his reign in 3 months and he's only defeating, like, say, Logan Paul and like the Miz, yeah, it's probably going to be a bit of a failure.
But can I tell you something though, Justin? Is there a heel right now on Raw that Jay could face other than Logan Paul? Because Gunther, you can't have him, because you're not gonna have Gunther lose twice, and he's focusing on Pat McAfee, and I have a bad feeling that the Goldberg's gonna be next, right? Then you got who else do you got? Seth Rollins, he's doing his thing until we get to Jey Uso later on in the summer, right? Like, Braun Breaker is with Seth Rollins, so you can't have that one. Anything Judgment Day related, they're busy with IC Championship and Tag Team Championship. But like, who's there really if you deepen? Maybe Karrion Kross, but you're trying to keep the momentum of Karrion Kross. You're not trying to destroy the momentum. You get what I'm saying, bro? I think the only way
we don't know anything about momentum with Karrion Kross.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that.
Wait. There's no wait. What?
There's no momentum.
I said they don't know anything about momentum with Karrion Kross.
Yeah, well, they need to start knowing momentum, and that's not putting Karrion Kross against Jey Uso.
I don't think they're ever going to realize it, bro. I don't think they're ever going to realize it.
I mean, listen.
Karrion Kross, the work that he has done over the last 6 months being a bit player has been astronomical, and the community has noticed it. Like, they've noticed the things, these subtleties, these things that he's doing, the way he's almost become like the new Aleister Black. He's become this enigma that when he has interactions with people, they go down a bad path. And he always plays second fiddle. He does the job, but he's the catalyst for so many of these guys that are starting to swing their thinking. It needs to be capitalized and turned into something, not cultish, not anything. But down the line, if one of them that goes back will come back to him and be, maybe you weren't so bad. They could do something with it. But I don't know, bro. Like, even just his look when he was getting in AJ's head and shit, best look he's ever had. Like, best look he's ever had. And he specifically changed his look like 4 or 5 times in the last 8 months with all those people that he was feuding with, because it was like this psychology thing of getting in their head. WWE aren't even telling you that about his character. That's just something that is happening in front of you. And they don't even note on it of the psychology and the mind games. And he's brilliant, bro. But they're finally using him in a way they've never have it, but they're still not capitalizing on what they have. He is the dude. He could be the dude that 100%. He could be the. When you're saying there's no one there, I 100% agree. And in terms of thinking of who's at least in the background,
yeah,
he's probably the dude. He's probably the dude that you could use 100%. And
you're not trying to have
beating
him
on
lose,
Jay.
That's my thing, though. You need to start using that rage that he's had.
Oh, I agree. But still, him getting booked into a world title program with Jey Uso and trying to get inside his head, regardless if he's just a statistic in Jey Uso's reign, it's going to do good things for Karrion Kross. Doesn't matter, bro.
I think it's not worth the risk, to be honest. You know what I think will happen?
No, I think it's worth it. He's not being used and he's not on TV. And when he is, he's being used as an accessory for other feuds. I think it's worth it. You just noted how there's no other heels to deal with. We just listed how there's one other heel in the background who's been doing all these dastardly things but playing second fiddle. He's a monster. He's got Scarlett. He plays head games really well. Imagine if he starts coming out looking like Jey Uso too. That would be fucking funny.
Oh, to mock him against his head, you mean?
Yeah. Comes out with a grill and he could do the look. He's got tattoos and shit. He could do it. He could do the braids. He'd get fucking Scarlett to put the braids in him. He'd come out with a fake grill. He'd be like, "What's up?" I'd pay to see it. Pay to see it.
Maybe it'd be a good
feud. Karrion Kross being a rigger.
My worry is just the payoff, bro. I feel like the payoff is gonna ruin him, and that's what I'm afraid.
The payoff is a statistical game.
I know where you're coming from. What you're saying, Zier, is I know where you're coming from 1,000%. But would you rather him actually be in a program or not be in a program?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I get you. Would you rather him be in a program or not? But I think he can be in for example, he can be in a program with AJ Styles because he's been teasing AJ Styles, for example. I think he should worry about AJ Styles, personally.
AJ's going for the Intercontinental, isn't he?
Yeah, well, guess what? When he fights Dominic Mysterio, what could happen? Because he is fighting Dominic Mysterio because of what Dominic did in backstage. Mm-hmm. Guess what? I would actually, if it was up to me, I'd have Karrion Kross cost AJ Styles just like he did at Mania with Logan Paul. That way, you start a feud with them too. And now Karrion Kross actually has somewhat of a program that he can beat AJ Styles in to start building his momentum.
Yeah, good call.
Okay.
No, guys, 100%. You have to think of it like this because...
No, I don't have to think about nothing. That's fair
that's
call.
the whole point of the show, though, isn't it? We've just said what we've said, and then you just made a good point.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And we agree. And we actually
I just don't want to ruin this guy again, bro. This guy just cut one of the greatest promos that's not even in the middle of a ring or on TV screen. It was literally post-Mania, and we're not going to use that to advantage.
Yeah, some of the best wrestling promos are not done on the wrestling promotion, bro. Most of the best wrestling promos are not done on a wrestling promotion.
Yeah, well, guess what? I feel like they should be taken to advantage, bro. You have something.
John Moxley talking about Vince McMahon and good shit. CM Punk talking about Vince McMahon and getting fired on his wedding day.
But to be fair,
talking about Ryback, you really are a dumb bastard, ain't you?
Oh, yeah, but Punk did kind of benefit, though, don't you think? He did kind of benefit out of that one. Because if he didn't do that,
Punk's that's part of the reason why he sued Colt Cabana. He's a fucking piece of shit. He used Colt Cabana for a podcast as an outlet to rage all these post WWE firings. Then he sued Colt Cabana. Then he ended up working in the same company as Colt Cabana and forced Colt Cabana out of that company. Then he got fired from that company, and now he's back in WWE. Bro, I don't care. I don't care about the work he's doing right now. When it comes to his relationship with Scotty Goldman, fucking Colt Cabana, and I don't rate Colt Cabana, but I know their history and how far back it goes, and I know what happened. Like that podcast was so successful for Colt Cabana, like it before CM Punk came on, and that was the biggest podcast ever. And then it did nothing but get the man sued for the rest of his fucking life. And Punk has just washed his hands off it, bro. Like, so yeah, he's when it comes to that particular thing, I'm always going to think he's a piece of shit.
Understandable, yeah.
He capitalized. I love what he's doing now, though. I hate how much he has won me back over. I hate how much he's won me back over.
Credit where it's due, bro. It's just called giving credit where it's due, bro. That's how it's supposed to be. In my opinion.
I know. I've got it. I 100% have to. Like, I was like pleading with my missus almost because she's like, I don't care. He's a dog. And I was all like, after the Drew Hell in the Cell, I was like, oh, no, you don't get it. I was like, he's literally out there dying for us now. Like, you don't get it.
It's like he's showing he gives a damn. Like that.
What else did we have on Raw that was worth discussing?
On Raw, okay.
Judgment Day is
I think
JD's
the women's thing kind of, because I mean Rhea Ripley had a pretty good match with Liam's gal.
Do not tell me Becca. Do not tell me Becky Lynch is worth talking about, because I'm
no, Rhea Ripley. No, Rhea Ripley. I thought the Becky Lynch thing was piss poor. I'm talking about Rhea Ripley's
and Julia and all them.
Yeah. No, but I actually wanted to talk about that because the reason is obviously Evolution's coming up. I wanted to ask y'all, do you think the involvement of all these NXT talent is because of that? Even Care-faced Ivy Nile on Raw as well?
Maybe, but at the same time, both Julia and Roxanne have been called up to the Raw roster.
Yeah, by the way, on Roxanne's strong, she had Raw debut on it, by the way.
She had the
best way to book Evolution, if they do go ahead and do it, would be to involve the NXT scene. Of course, I think the best way they won't do it because we're averaging like 5 matches at PLE now, so it'll probably be the 2 world titles, the tag titles, the US title, the IC title. That's the way it should be, and then then I assume a marquee Becky's going straight after Lyra. So I don't know, then a marquee 1-on-1 that's like a whatever. But if it was a real pay-per-view and a real Evolution event or whatever, because like the first Evolution had like 8 matches, bro. You would include NXT. You would have the NXT women's title up, and you would have what's the other one that Sol Rooker has, the North American? You would 100%. You'd have them. So you would have every single match. If they did that in that order, like whatever, but 1, that's too many matches. 2, how are they going to fit 30 women into all those matches? You can't, and you can't just put every match on the card be a 3-way, a 4-way, a 3-way, a tag match. Like,
yeah, you're gonna have to have one.
I'm glad they're doing it. No matter what, I am glad they're doing it. They better book women a lot more on TV until then. What happens with the card, we'll see. It's more important what happens after. If it goes straight back to just they all disappear from TV, then it's all for nothing. But
that is so true. Yeah,
we are about to have, like, I hadn't actually thought of it too. Today, even Raw already, there were 3 women's segments in one episode.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I hadn't even thought about it, about how they're already doing the build to it. And we will probably appreciate it. I mean, I got to see Julia, Stephanie, and Rhea on TV in one day. I'm a happy man. We'll see where it goes from there. But yeah, I reckon it'll be 5. And I doubt we'd even get that because of the way they've treated the US. We'll talk about that a little later. The IC title and the tag titles. I even doubt we would get WWE Big Gold IC US tag. I even doubt on a pay-per-view card they could properly book 5 matches involving those titles with the female roster that they have right now. So, like, including the NXT stuff is almost like a must, but then it's just a matter of you just throwing people in. So, I don't know. I don't want to attack it before they've even started, but they did 100%. You bring it up as a good point. They have 100% started something. They had multiple segments with multiple women, and Bailey's probably going to come back and get involved in the Becky thing.
Yeah,
rightfully so. But still, it should have we've skipped a beat there. It should have been fucking Bailey and Lyra for the IC title at WrestleMania. And then maybe have Becky come back and do the heel turn then and cost.
It should have been Bailey and Roxanne to begin with, by the way. It should have been Bailey and Roxanne anyway.
That too. But we skipped that too. And even Julia, bro. Like, even Julia and the Liv is off to Hollywood. I read about that this morning too. And apparently when it gets revealed, it's going to be big. Like, this ain't like a Miz TV movie. This is something. And she's huge in the horror world. My missus watches a lot of horror content creators and stuff.
Chucky, wasn't she?
Liv is like, she does like horror awards and shit. She's been doing it. And so I reckon it's going to be something like Scream. And if it's not something like that, it sounds like something actual, genuinely Hollywood and big time actors. If it's not something that's a massive horror project, like a big time horror franchise, a Saw or a Scream, I think it's going to be something bigger, like, I don't know, she's doing a fucking Francis Ford Coppola movie or some shit. Who knows? But the reports I seen this morning is that it is of that caliber, that it may be the biggest project a WWE star has ever signed on to. It sounds big. They're not revealing it yet because it sounds big. Spider-Man, I heard that too. Gwen Stacy, I did hear that. Oh my God.
Yeah, by the way, Answer's saying I'm going to be very happy. That's what Answer's saying. Live off to Hollywood, really? Yep.
Did you think about it? They've never given, besides the Andrew Garfield movies, which Emma Stone did a great job as Gwen Stacy, and they broke your heart in those movies. They've never really given Gwen Stacy the proper treatment in the Marvel Spider-Man movies. And then with what they've done with the MCU and Peter Parker at the moment, and MJ's out of the picture now and doesn't even know who he is. Liv Morgan is a sexy, seductive fucking Gwen Stacy. Or she could also be Felicia Hardy, which is Black Cat. Like, I mean, seeing her as a blonde Gwen Stacy, but seeing her in a Black Cat suit with the little fucking, I'd be like,
bro. Let me just put in mainstream.
You watch, bro, mate. All right, so I got Harley Quinn tattooed there. The left arm the next day would be Catwoman, Liv Morgan.
Look under his name, bruv.
Just yeeted. Wow.
Bro.
I hadn't
actually thought of MJ. I hadn't thought of MJ because there's been massive rumors around the MJ casting. MJ or Gwen Stacy. Like, they've talked the chick from Stranger Things. They've talked fucking, there was someone else, but when I heard the girl from Stranger Things, I was like, yes, please, she'd be a great MJ. But I hadn't thought of Gwen Stacy at all. And if Liv Morgan's doing anything like that, she'll kill it. Like, the way she plays Liv Morgan now, bro, she would be, if she's coming up to Andrew Garfield going in his ear, he's going to be fucking like Dom, bro. He's going to be Dirty Dom in a heartbeat, wrapped around her little finger.
By the way,
but it's going to be big news. It is disappointing because, like, it obviously means something will happen with the tag title picture.
Well, I think they should get rid of them tag team titles.
Yeah, I know you do.
Well, I'm sorry. That tag team title is ruining everything, bro.
To be fair,
I get it.
I agree with you, but at the same time, if that's the case, just get rid of the tag division as a whole, men and women. Because
but you can't get rid of the male one because the male one actually have tag teams, though.
Yeah, no, I agree, but that is just lazy booking, though, isn't it?
Yeah, He's saying, though, if you get rid of the females, you've given up on the whole division, and they already have because they've done lazy booking. There's never no solid teams. There's never no solid organizations and foundations and anything. So if you throw the titles out the window, you throw out any reason to book anybody like that ever again.
Yeah, but here's and it's not me throwing shades or anything. No,
we get it.
No, but we just talked about the women's division not being utilized to the fullest, right? That's not lying. We just talked about that. So if we're talking about that, surely that there's a reason to not like even think of having a tag division when you can't even focus on the singles. Like you can't even fill up the singles one. You know what I mean? And you at this rate, you just and what makes it even worse, right? You're using more singles women's wrestlers, forming them into dumb tag teams that only go apart once they lose the titles. Or like once they fail as a team. Like what are we doing?
Or they only get formed. They only get formed to do the inevitable heel turn for one of them. I.e., every time they put fucking Natalia in a team.
Yeah. Whereas now with the male, I'll give you an example. The Street Profits, which we'll talk about in a bit, right? Legado del Fantasma, Pretty Deadly. Bro, we're soon gonna have Lucha Brothers, by the way, after what that Grande Americano stuff happened backstage.
Yeah.
After Raw too. His involvement in the involvement.
New Day, War Raiders. You want me to go more and more and more?
Mm-hmm. I thought that as soon as I seen Panther on the table, I'm like, wait, he was involved in this match? And then I'm like, no, he wasn't. But we see where it's going.
More City Machine 100%. Guns. What else, bro? Like, come on now. Like, what we DIY? Like, there's more to do with bro. I wouldn't be.
There's
shocked
a lot of men's tag teams, bro. We will get to that too, man, because I want to talk about that.
Can I tell you? By the way, can I tell you? I'm gonna throw a wild card because I didn't think of it. But what if Rusev and Sheamus form a team?
I'm ducking out. I've got my headphones. I can still hear you.
Yeah, but guys, what if Rusev and no problem. What if Rusev and Sheamus become a tag team like how Cesaro and I wouldn't mind it, you know. I wouldn't mind it.
Bro, he's come back to destroy people. I don't want to see him with fucking burger after burger after burger.
No, you say you don't want to see him burger, but Liam. You know why I don't mind it? It's not like one of them random tag teams. They're close friends. When you're close friends, there's something to tell them.
There's no need for them to even touch that. The guy's come back to be a solo star. If that's the case, he should have stayed in the business in the first place.
No, but you mean AEW? You know, but the reason why he wasn't AEW no more is because he wasn't even used to begin with. It's not because of single or non-single. I just feel like to fill out the division in a specific like brand, like Raw or SmackDown, depending which one needs it, you need to fill out teams, and these two guys are an option for me. Like who else do you, and there's also Theory and Waller, but I think you separate. I think you're separating Theory and Waller. I think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, they are.
That should have happened at Mania already. I'll cook both of you though. Firstly, AEW, where it wasn't a matter of AEW were not using Rusev. It was a matter of Rusev would not let them use him. Rusev. A lot of dudes in AEW, that initial group that went through in the first year or two had unique contracts. A lot of creative control. They made all the jokes about the it was the same as WCW. They made all the jokes about letting the inmates run the asylum. And that's what happened with WCW, and that was WCW's downfall. Aleister Black, same thing. Andrade, same thing. Miro, same thing. Right? Now, there were others too. There is plenty of people in AEW that he isn't using. He's signed and not used. Miro was TNT champion. Miro destroyed Cody. Like, Miro was a genuine thing. And then after he lost the TNT title and should have moved into, AEW title, it just never happened. He just never got booked, and we just never seen him. So, first misconception, he took his ball and went home, basically, because he didn't. He kept saying no. He kept vetoing their booking, even when they brought his missus in. He gets his missus a job there, but then he didn't want to work with her because he didn't want that connection with WWE. You know what I mean? So, even that, they had that and they wasted it. So, anyways, he's back now. Wasted, mind you, his return. Malachi Black, I'm not even going to start about that. Andrade, they're all going to be in catering next week. Anyways, I'm sorry, Liam, because what you don't want is exactly what they're about to do. We're not getting League of Nations again, but he's going to go kill them all, because he said he needs to find some of his old colleagues, and he mentioned about picking up their game or something like that, or being a destroyer or a crusher. Like why he's
Redeemer.
That's what he's been, right? He called himself
similar.
the Redeemer. Miro the Redeemer was what he was.
Yeah,
right?
but he had a similar gimmick. I forgot what he said.
So what I'm thinking is that he's going to murder Wade Barrett. He's going to murder Sheamus. He's going to murder Del Rio because they've just signed a deal with AAA. And Del Rio is the champion of He's the actual world champion of AAA. So I think he's going to either run. I think he's either going to run through, or he's going to run through. He's going to run through his form. I think he's going to bully Wade, which will form Sheamus return. We're going to get Miro and Sheamus. Sheamus is going to put him over. That 100% his promo meant that.
Maybe that's
he's only ever been in one group in the WWE, and that was
I don't mind him doing it single action, but Zia said that him and Sheamus.
Oh yeah, no, I was saying to add teams because there's no teams, bro.
I don't want him being a tag team with Sheamus.
No, Miro needs to be a superstar. He needs to, but I don't think they're going to give him the. Miro should have been. They should have pulled the trigger on him when he fought John Cena at fucking WrestleMania for the US title, and he had the US title.
Vince McMahon.
They should have pulled the trigger on him then. Rusev Day. They didn't. AEW dropped the ball with him. Like, regardless, after the TNT thing, I know they had their own stories, but they should have at least booked him into a fucking world title match. Or should have, because they could have probably kept him. The Redeemer character was sick. And then they just put him in nothing feuds, and then he stopped accepting bookings. The exact same thing that Black was doing. His return to the WWE, bro. I mean, if you're like 100%, they're going for that. It's like what they did with Braun. It's like what they've done with Braun. It's like what they've done with Bronson Reed. They bring back a big dude and have him destroy a tag team. Most preferably fucking the Alpha Academy. Or Pretty Deadly. Awesome. Hey?
He's going against Otis next week.
Well, that will be great, actually, for a one-on-one match. But I guarantee you, still, as much as they should give them 10 minutes and let them slap meat, they'll probably give them 3. And Rusev will just do freakish shows of strength. You know what I mean? And Otis will get buried. Because Otis is just repeatedly buried now. Like, we'll never get to that peak again of like Otis and Mandy Rose and Money in the Bank and all that shit again. But he's always going to be popular and he's always going to be talented, but they're never, ever going to put him in a position ever again. He's only there for comedic benefits.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. He's a very talented big man. He's very funny. But they'll put on a banger of a match, I hope, if they get more than 5 minutes. I hope. So, but yeah, I think it's a waste of a program. Not a waste of a program. I think it's a waste of a return. And don't even get me started on Aleister Black's. We're literally repeating a storyline that the Miz and Dexter Lumis did not long ago. So, yeah.
I thought the return of Black, though, like in isolation, forget about what he
the best thing about it was the music. We've got the Code Orange back.
Yeah, the music and his presentation. Like I'm talking about in SmackDown, he looked good. But like, if you're talking about long term, then I see what you're saying. Yeah. I hope that's not what
even his booking. He come back to kill the Miz. Yeah, righto.
Cool. I'm not gonna lie, and I enjoyed it, bro. Like,
I enjoyed that he didn't say shit and then just fucking kicked him in the face.
Yeah. Like the return in isolation did look badass. I can't even lie to you, bro. But I do agree with you though. Like long term, if you keep on booking him just to destroy Miz and not do anything substantial, like in the long run, it's gonna look bleak. I'm not gonna lie. So, two things could be right though.
On the Raw though, going back to Raw, what did you think, Jester? What did you think of the match between Roxanne and Rhea?
Oh yeah,
the match itself.
Yeah, the match itself. Yeah.
I thought it was okay. I mean, I can't complain about it. Roxanne can go. Like, I genuinely, she's won me over. Getting in any credible offense when she's her size against someone like Rhea. She had a viciousness. Like, she already come across like that. Like, I haven't seen enough of the heel Roxanne Perez. I haven't seen enough of Roxanne Perez on NXT. I didn't rate it. I'd completely forgotten already. Like, 1 week later, I'd completely forgotten about Perez and Julia. Like, legit already. A week later, I'd already forgotten about it. And when they were there doing, I was like, like, and so, like, it's still jarring to me to see Julia even on the main roster kind of in that position. I think they've wasted her to speak. She should be left on her own. Both of them should be. I don't know what to think of it. I think it's headed clearly towards a tag match. And who's Rhea's partner going to be? Maybe she calls up someone from NXT. That's all I could think of. Someone who knows them well. I guess who else is ready to come up that's in that same position? Isn't there a couple of them that were in that tiny? But they're all there now. It was Lyra, Roxanne, and who was the other? Oh, Cora.
Yeah, Cora Jade is probably going to be that
Cora
one.
Jade. As much, bro, I can't stand her, but Cora Jade's look would, if Rhea's like, all right, I'm going to deal with Julia. She's a big bad bitch that wants to punch people in the face, but I need a fucking annoying little scrappy fucking yappy bitch that I'm going to get along with. And then Cora Jade comes out. Like, it would work. You know what I mean? I don't like
it. It's just the way you delivered that.
Yeah, it would work. Like, especially, Aussie accent. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I need a scraggy bitch that's gonna scrap. And Cora Jade comes out with a hello, like her fucking slutty lollipop sucking ways. Like, I think it'd work. I don't rate Cora Jade. Like, her personality irks me, and that's means she does her work fine. Her personality and her character work is, I can't stand her, so she does her job perfectly. You know what I mean? She plays up to that.
Yeah.
And she's got the look, bro. She looks trashy now. She looks straight up trashy now. Like, Rhea's someone who goffed herself up, whereas Cora Jade was someone who was like Cora Jade just looked like the normal gymnast, young American. And Corey's Paige 2.0, 100%. Corey's Paige 2.0. Like, she went the
wannabe Paige.
She went the slutty path. She went the slutty path without, and I hate to say that about Paige. Like, I rate Paige as like her ability in the ring, her ability as a promo. And my God, I would have loved to have been some of the men that she filmed content with. I have no shame. Paige is hot.
Hey, yo.
Ronnie Radke, bro. Ronnie Radke, man. Like, have you seen Ronnie Radke, the dude that she just basically divorced? Like, the dude's like Alistair Black, but more tattooed and more buff. Like, and he's a metal singer, like a sick metal singer. But you see the dude, and he like if you made Paige a male and made him ripped and have beautiful, like he looked like he's goth, he's pale, he's covered in tattoos, he's got beautiful long black hair. He looks like the Crow, but more ripped, and he's covered in tattoos, and he's a like. And when you see someone like that, and you're like, oh, he's fucking Paige. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, when I didn't want to like the guy, and then the music I couldn't deny, and then when I found out about him and Paige, I'm like, respect. Respect. So yeah, I rate Paige. I rated Paige, but being a Paige clone, I don't rate that. But Cora and Rhea, I think, look, there's my hypothetical dream booking for that. I could see it happening. Like, just for the who's she gonna get thing, like how they could work it. And what's her name? The other one, Roxanne, would 100% lose her shit because her and Cora have. Julia would be like, oh, like, who's this bitch? Whereas Roxanne would be like, oh, for fuck's sake, like, she'd fucking throw a fit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly. Like, and it makes sense because, like, they've been forever linked, bro. Like, as it was, Cora was there first, and then they were calling Roxanne the Cora clone, when in reality, one was a Liv clone and the other one was a fucking Mandy Rose clone. You know what I mean? Like they were all just inceptions that have been done before in NXT. By that point in NXT, because they did start to lean towards a lot of the little girls, we'd been through it all before. Like when you've been through the 4 horsewomen and then everything that came between the 4 horsewomen and this generation, we've been through it all before. By the time you get up to now with NXT, there's barely anything in there. Like Jordan's original Delta, they haven't used her though. The other Aussie chick that's like Jordan Grace with makeup, the big buff bitch, they haven't used her. Like they've never had women like that, like the China-esque build.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, they're all clones, bro. They're all these like factory outlet NXT female personalities. Like, you know, buy one, get 2 free. Like
I said buy one, get 2 free, bro.
100%, bro. Like, and I'm sorry, Lyra I rate now, but her personality, she's got nothing compared to girls like Perez, like Jade, like them. She's just bland. She's like a Bailey. Like she's too bland.
That's the only. I'm not gonna lie, but you know what? With the Lyra one,
Lyra's fucking.
That's the only positive I can say. That's the only positive I could say with her feud with Becky, even though she should have been with Bailey, regardless.
You say you'll get a banger of a match?
No, I feel like you're building up something with Valkyria as well. Because you need to build up
1,000%. They've clearly got the future planned in that girl. Like I was very surprised when they put the IC title on her to start with, and the fact that it didn't end up in Bailey's hands already, that it's still there. It took me a week to realize they were playing on the Irish thing.
Lyra, obvious, bro.
Lyra can be a star. Her packaging, her look, and her ability in the ring is phenomenal. She just needs a bit of work. Like it, you know, and Becky, a feud with Becky, like I swear, it's the Irish thing. They thought, well, if we put her with a person who sounds like her, then maybe it'll work. Becky's gonna cook her, bro. If they put her in like
Becky's gonna beat her. That's my only concern. Becky's is gonna take the title.
They've already done it. They've done it in NXT and it works, so they're doing it on the main roster. That's basically
did they feud them?
No, but Liam, Valkyria took and she brought up in the promo.
No. I'm explaining to Jester. I'm explaining to him that they've already done this in NXT
when they sent Becky back.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, it's. I've got, as you know, it was around the same time we started watching I didn't rate Lyra. I after Chamber, I was like, okay, I rate Lyra as a wrestler. She's brilliant, and her look, bro. Like I didn't even really rate, she's playing in a pretty way, like one of those beautiful playing girls.
Yeah.
But at Mania, I was like, wow, she looks great. There's just something about the look, the flared out. I don't know. She had like a little peacocky thing about her, but the colors and I just thought she looked cool. It was like in that moment that I seen her as a star. You know what I mean? Like I know Mania is everybody's best look, but she's delivered for me. Hopefully, like I am worried too, like that Becky goes over. They make Becky, of course, first Grand Slam. Like first true Grand Slam. Like it was meant to be Bailey. It was, and the same is even the NXT Grand Slam, even that. Like the original Grand Slam, Bailey missed out on that one too. Like, so it's just, especially Becky, like I got burnt out post Man, like 6 months post the Man. The way you just kind of get burnt out about Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley's believable as this big, strong. Becky Lynch was believable as a badass, like someone who punched you in the face or get punched in the face and laugh at you. But like some of the people she was beating and the way she was beating them, and the Man stuff went too far. You know what I mean? Like it went too far. Like she got so over that there was nothing left for her to do. Like her. It was just about her sheer appearance, send for the Man, Botchamania. Here comes the Man. Like, so I was very burnt out from her fucking 3 years ago, bro. Like, honestly, burnt out from Becky. And Becky's a redheaded Irish fucking, You know, I shouldn't be burnt out from something like that, but I am. And it's the same as like Liam with Rhea. Like that's how I felt with Becky 3 years ago. So yeah, the thought of her winning it, it doesn't sicken me, but it's just like, fuck's sake. Like she'll look good with the title. She'll look great with the title, especially her black gear. Wearing her black gear with that title, that strap, she's gonna look so sexy. But I just don't really care. Like I'd rather we should be in the process now of building up these other ones, especially look, if she gets it, it's gonna suck because it'll probably be Evolution. I was gonna say if she gets it before Evolution. Actually, no, it might. She gets it before Evolution.
I think she gets it before. I'm telling you, she beats Valkyria.
Yeah,
I feel like.
Yeah, and then we get something at Evolution further down the line that's like a proper crowning for Valeria or for Bailey to come back, and Bailey be the one to get it off of Becky, and then Bailey. The first thing Bailey says next night is, "Let's have our match that we didn't get to have to Lyra." But yeah, I'm like, it was okay, bro. Like I didn't even think about it till we started talking about it. Like we did. We got more female stuff this week than we've had in months.
Months.
Yeah. And when you actually go back and think about it, you're like, oh yeah, they're building something. But as we said right at the start when we went into it, like we were clued into why they're doing it, and then already going, well, let's hope they fucking keep the ball. Like we're talking about it, you know.
Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah, exactly.
We're actually talking about it, hypothetically looking at all these potentials, you know, like we're already playing Hunter and Sean, more Sean, you know, we're already cooking with the stars, the future. But we're worried about what Hunter's going to do and what TKO are going to do with the typical, you know, yesteryear stuff.
To be fair, it wouldn't surprise me if The Rock come back and won that title.
bro, what the fuck?
Ava.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Ava, yeah, I just deeped it.
Bro, she can't wrestle for shit though.
I know.
Yeah, bro, she's barely got personality. Even putting her in the.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually rate her GM work though.
She's gotten better now. 100%. She's gotten better. They're starting to do
GM
good
work
stuff.
is actually like
it's taken 6 months to get there, bro. Like, and honestly, it's the overacting of some other people around her. That has sold it.
Like example, the Eddie Thorpe one. The Eddie Thorpe one
going back to the Eddie Thorpe thing 100%. Like that's when it started. Like the overacting of the characters around her was what started putting it over. And they started doing comedy bits, and any Sean Spears bit with her has been pretty funny. There's been 100%. She's gotten better. It was the best role for her. Bro, apparently Kathy Kelly's about to fucking move in.
Be a manager, isn't she?
Wait, is she going to be a manager? Of what?
With who, though?
Who knows? But she's moving into it. They're moving into her to a promotional role.
Surely it's got to be a monster, though.
I don't. I feel like they hook her up with a girl because you know who she.
Bro, I think I know.
All right, Rhea Ripley. Yeah, we're both straight away. Like,
you know what? I know Rhea Ripley because I know they have a close relationship with one another. I know they have a close. I've seen the Instagrams, bro.
Mate,
I've seen the Instagrams,
bro. She said it needs to be with a monster, and both of us.
Bro, Buddy Murphy is loving life, bro.
There you are.
Yeah, but
listen, man, I follow all the Instagrams, and it's the signs.
Bro, honestly, when there were the rumors of her and Finn, I was shipping it. I would like the idea of them two being together. I was like, they would be the sexiest couple in history.
There you are.
She's gorgeous, and she's always been good at the jobs they've given her. It's a natural progression. It's good too because like it's literally the reason someone like Samantha Irvine left. Because she thought she would never, and that's a loss. Like that's a loss to, because cake, and stunning, like just stunning. And I mean, if she can intro people like that, then she can fucking do promos.
Tell me about
they lost. They lost out there.
Ever since she's left, bro, because no one can say the ring general properly, bro. That's my nutting.
I know. Look, that new chick, man. That new chick, bless her for trying.
That
the new chick, she's trying.
That ring announcer that John Cena makes say that, you know,
that was funny. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That ring announcer.
He's the worst. Like, I think they've got a guy to deliberately, like, stumble and botch his way through that. Like, it's meant to be some lackey. You know what I mean? Be like John Cena calling you out of the crowd to, like,
no, but I think that ring announcer has been impressive since he's come in. That's what I was going to tell you. But
yeah,
okay.
Still doesn't touch the ring general like she was doing it.
Brother, who gives a fuck, bro?
I do, bro. Just because you love your Habibi, Sami Zayn, bro. Why am I not allowed to love Gunther, bro?
No, you're not talking Gunther. I rate Gunther too. I rate
Samantha
Gunther.
Irvine.
I think he's a stud as well. No, I rate Gunther.
Samantha Irvine became... There's been a lot of great male announcers over the years. A lot of great ones. There's been a lot of great females. There was only really one main female everybody ever associated with, though, and that was Lillian Garcia.
But
Samantha Irvine is the best female introducer of all time. Like, she just...
Bro, I think Liam's favorite, Samantha Irvine, is competing with Garcia. Call me crazy. She was such a good ring announcer, in my opinion. Like
no, I think Garcia was incredible. Incredible.
No. I'm talking Samantha Irvine. I'm saying Samantha Irvine is up there with Lillian
Garcia. That's what I'm saying.
I
think Samantha in such a short time was the best of all time for a female announcer. I think she was the best of all time. And I think this new chick, if she could get her bizarre looks sorted out with what she's wearing in her hair.
Her hair is mud.
The hair is I know. If she could sort that out, what she's going for is brilliant. Like, she's like, Samantha Irvine left them with a template of, like, this is what you've got to up to now. She was like trying to be female Bruce Buffer, basically.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's what level you have to get to now. And that other chick is 100% trying to emulate that style, and she's doing a good job of it. But she looks bizarre as fuck when she's doing it. And too much sequence, bro. When they go to, like, the HD 4K cam, that bitch is sparkling more than the world title. Like,
there you are.
You know what I mean? But honestly, at Mania, she did it. Like, when Cody was... It felt exactly the same. When Cody was like, fucking give it to me, and it was good. But yes, Samantha, the tongue roll of the general. Like, there were so many. She brought character and uniqueness to so many introductions, man. And it's Samantha Irvine, bro. Like, you can't complain when she's on the camera. You can't.
Yeah.
Speaking of Kate, did you see what Chelsea Green put on Twitter, bro? My eyes nearly fell out of my head.
What, recently? No, I haven't. But I mean, Chelsea Green is a fox. Like, she's a fox. I didn't used to rate her, but she is. Like, Cardona is a very lucky dude. She seems like an awesome, awesome woman. Someone who would generally make for an awesome wife, a fun, cool wife. Canadians, bro. Canadians, man. They're different. They're built differently, you know?
Yeah, but guys, let's say we move on from women cakes and all that shit.
No, but we rated them. We did rate them all, though.
Listen, game is game, but no time for games, guys.
Yeah, but before we talk about the tag team stuff, because I know that's where we're going, can we just like talk about the fact that, like, I know that the sponsorships is a massive thing. People talk about it in the ring, or like all of the advertisements and everything. But the rumor being put out there is that the TLC match was on Thingy because of a Clash of Clans. That's what New Day versus War Raiders were on the thing.
Because
their gear was the Clash of Clans King
because of that shitty cosplay looking gear that got laughed at.
So they just wanted to promote that gear as WrestleMania. That's it.
Yeah, that was a sponsorship.
Because Clash of Clans was the main sponsor of fucking Mania. Yeah. I hadn't heard that.
Man, I get it's business, but like, you're sacrificing the show for it. Like, come on now. You could have done that.
And they made the War Raiders look like a joke.
Yep.
That gear was the worst.
Well, not just that. Wait.
You missed out on that fucking classic
looked like
WrestleMania, which could have saved fucking night one, bro.
Yeah, I don't even. We won't
Yeah,
even start
exactly.
that.
That's the main. No, guys. I want you to
New
understand.
Day.
That
New Day
is
was
my
like
main
saying-
boiling point. Is
Yeah.
the fact
Yeah.
that we missed out on that classic TLC match at a WrestleMania when night one was fucking mid, bro.
This is my point. This is my point. They skipped that for a fucking sponsorship, and they look like dickheads.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry.
That's what I like. Honestly, bro, when they were standing
me and
there,
Liam's point of view is the biggest talking point, brother.
when they were
Stinker
standing there
and
in Gorilla,
fucking Hook, bro.
like when the New
I get
Day was
business,
standing there in that gear in Gorilla, they would have looked at the Warriors and thought, "No, we got to call this off. We can't." Like,
brother, they could have
the
worn this
New
Clash
Day-
of Clans gear in some segment with Stone Cold Steve Austin or some shit. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, no, I
And
agree.
then Stone
I
Cold
agree.
stomps
If that
these
is
man to
the reason,
oblivion
and I could see
after
it
getting
being the
drunk
reason.
and bloody.
I could
You know
see
me.
it being the reason. 100%, I could see it being the reason. Even like when they said on the TLC match, I said it to the missus, and even she agreed it was crazy. Couldn't believe it had been 5 years since a tag team match, a tag title match, was contested under TLC rules. Like when you think TLC, you think tag team matches. You don't think of all that shit that they've given us in between, the crappy pay-per-view, whatever. Yeah. Hardy's, Edge and Christian, the Dudleys, and then even everything that come after that, those tag teams that immediately come after that. Like TLC was a staple and icon of tag team wrestling. If that, I can see it being the truth. Like, dude, I was losing my shit at it anyways. I was saying, like, they pointed it out, the commentary said it. They said that the gear was, because I was like, look how bad that gear is. And then they were like, oh, this is inspired by Clash of the Clans. And I was like, why didn't they get a cosplayer? He would have done a better job. Fucking, who made this shit? It's horrible. Like, literally, New Day, in my eyes, looked like level 5 Super Saiyan gods. Like the shit that's like not even in the cartoon. The shit that's like fantasy art of like Super Saiyan gods. Like how they looked and presented themselves, and then these motherfuckers walk out wrapped in plastic. Like, and they're meant to be like you think about like New Day of the Nerds, right? New Day of the Nerds, open nerds, anime, gaming, all this shit. And they came out looking like anime gods. And then these motherfuckers that are meant to be Vikings in real life, who come out every week in, week out, looking like real Vikings, came out in fucking plastic gear. Like, it is almost buried them and turned. You know what I mean? And if the reasoning being behind all of that and that joke was a sponsorship thing, and we missed out on a genuine 30-minute
banger
match of the year contender, like 100%. I'll say it now. We're at end of April. Maybe one of the best SmackDown matches of all time.
Yep.
The best and possibly only. No, there would have been other tag main events. The best SmackDown tag team main event of all time. The best TLC tag match in 10 years. First one in 5. Like, they're the best main event. Like, SmackDown had a main event. SmackDown had a main event that main evented. There wasn't a dodge ending. It was left like that. What they left it like 40 minutes or something. Like, there was a build, a build to it. SmackDown had a PLE pay-per-view 1 in 20 year quality, a 1 in 20 year quality match, and it was on SmackDown. Like, it's on SmackDown. It was awesome.
Exactly.
But,
should have been on Mania, bro.
Like, even the players, and I don't rate them, right? I do. They're just not for me. They're gimmicks. It's not for me, right?
Yeah.
But even putting the titles on them recently was like, and the push of them was like, they're doing something here. We thought it was going to lead to we called literally that match, like I said, a multi-team ladder match. Like, give us our. I thought that it was going to be more. I thought it was going to be like 5 teams, like a scramble, like pretty deadly. Them 2 teams, and what were the other ones? Oh, Pete. They brought the fucking Catch Republic. I'm always wearing my British Strong Style shirt. I always fucking represent. They brought those boys back for a cheap, weak pop at fucking London. Haven't done anything with them since. And those guys are too good as individual stars, let alone when they're together as a tag team. And they haven't done anything with them since. And they brought them back for a cheap pop on a European tour. Like, even that. So we should have led towards that match at SmackDown and then some at WrestleMania. Maybe 1 or 2 more teams involved. Yeah. But yes, the match, I mean, all right, it missed out on Mania. But the match
itself, yeah, oh my word. Everything, even the finish when he's climbing up half the ladder each time.
Dude, he's like, what was I saying about Montez Ford? Like, I mean, come on. Like, that finish.
Zier, muted. You're muted, Zier. Zier, you're muted.
I'm very sorry. Can we talk about Ciampa's bumps?
Oh, yeah, he's 100%. He took some brutal.
And he has neck injury, bro. If you remember,
but that whole last 5 minutes, Montez was like, "Oh, I'm going to MVP this shit.
He was a nut.
I'm going to clutch this shit."
Bro, he nearly landed in the crowd.
I've just never seen.
Yeah, he nearly landed the crowd. Right, yeah. I remember calling that out.
I've never seen one person though just like kind of single-handedly win a match, a tag team match in that situation. Like even an Edge or a Christian or a Bubba or a Devon or a Matt or a Jeff. Like even a Jeff, the only one you could even compare out of those 6 dudes in that situation would be a Jeff Hardy. And we ain't never seen Jeff do anything like that. Jeff to win a match like that would be like an epic spot, and Matt's the one. This was unique, creativity. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's just as cool as it was and as much as it just furthered him being the star of that team. Like,
100%.
Like it was great. And like even the bump that took Dawkins, out was a huge bump. Like all the bumps were huge, all of them. Even the small bumps in that match were huge. Ladder spots, table spots, double table spots, commentary table spots. They did a dude fucking used his leg. Did you see that? The guy's leg in the crowd?
Yeah.
It was legit. It was legit. It was a dude's like full blown sick as fuck carbon fiber fucking. That shit would have hurt. That shit would have been light as. He like full was like he wouldn't have even known. Like he just grabbed it. It was like, yeah, I'm just gonna swing it. And that shit was.
Do you think the dude just gave it to him and he's like, shit, I'll take it?
Yeah.
No, he was begging for it, bro. The dude was like, use it. Like he was hopping on one leg, bro. Like, use my leg, use my leg.
That guy has dedication. I can't lie.
Like, you know what I mean? So what wrestler isn't in that type of match? What wrestler isn't going to do it for for a pop and whatever?
Yeah.
But legit, those things, bro, those legs are crazy, bro. Like, look at fucking Blade Runner. Oscar, those legs are like some of the toughest, most durable. And he like hit him with the top bit that's like attached to the knee. And then like when he was mad because like he hit him with it and then he went down and he got like he gave him like the stamp with the boot. He used the boot part and like, you know what I mean? Like it would have done nothing. Like the hitting him with the metal bit, but then the stamp on the back. Like I was losing my shit. Motherfucker's leg was used, an actual real prosthetic, like probably because like looking at the style of leg, dude was probably former military. It was a sick leg. And he was like, yeah, like it was sick. I marked out hard, bro. Like I didn't watch the match live. I'd heard your reactions. I seen the internet's reactions. I made sure I went and watched that whole thing, and it was phenomenal. The sounds, I love the sounds of a TLC match.
Yeah, but I imagine at Mania. That's all I'm gonna say. That's what.
100%. 100%. I went out like after I watched the match. I went out and like ranted at my missus about how it wasn't there and how I listed all those things about how it was possibly all these best matches for all these reasons on SmackDown alone. Like DIY, bro. I'm a massive fan of DIY. Whether they're face heel, the flippy floppy wishy washy shit, I don't give a fuck. When they wrestle, they're the fucking shit. They're the bee's knees, and we got that, bro. Like the offense from, like I actually thought there was some moments too, like with DIY, where I thought they could still pull it off. Like they delivered some brutal spots in it, bro. Like brutal spots. But yeah, Ciampa for MVP for the spots he took. The ladder bump, the white noise onto the ladder. He genuinely looked like he'd hurt himself more than he hurt Ford. The spear was sick. Dawkins has gotten into shape. I will give him that. Dawkins is like, he's shredded now. He's not fat anymore. He was never fat. He was chubby. He was loose, but he's shredded now. Like his spear, all of his stuff is way better offensively than it ever was before. Because you can see the dude's got pep now, man. Like he moves around like a fucking superstar. Like
I like that spear.
You know
what
I mean?
Through the table.
That's what I'm saying. The spear was sick. From that height and coming down and just but Ciampa taking that spear. How long he hung up there too, bro? Like he's got to have broken Jeff Hardy's record for fucking how long someone's fucking hang just their own upper body strength holding on to and the way because he had to position himself.
Yeah.
You know how much how much core strength that would take to be swinging your body around and stopping and maintaining your momentum in that position, man. Like, and the spear was mega. Like they were 100%
on the table
emulating. They 100%, the table, but they were emulating the greatest, the greatest spear of all time from that.
And then putting their own spin on it with a table.
Like I'm getting chills thinking about it. But they threw the ladder in the middle. They had the table on the like. They were emulating that very moment.
Yeah, that's a calculated move there,
Yeah. With a dude that was way bigger than Edge, doing it to a dude that was bigger than Jeff Hardy. You know what I mean? It was and emulated and anytime you emulate anything in wrestling when it's a spot, you have to step it up, don't you? You can emulate a spot in the ring, like a bit, like a Bret Hart and Austin Bear, Shawn Michaels, you know what I mean? Like what Shawn Michaels has been doing with all the NXT people, but a spot, think Mick Foley, Mankind, think Undertaker, Shane McMahon.
Yeah, just gonna get a drink.
You only ever up it. You can only ever up it. Yeah, and they upped one of the most famous spots in wrestling history. Like they really did. Like, you know what I mean? That match was incredible. I 100% agree, but I'm not going to complain about it to the point of, we didn't get it at Mania, but we got the fucking match.
Oh, I get that.
You know what I mean? And I think it got more time on SmackDown than what it would have got on Mania.
At Mania, 100% I agree. That's the bit I agree with. Yeah.
Like it got nearly 30 minutes.
Yeah, and the good thing it
went nearly 30 minutes.
There was no commercial breaks. That was a good thing about it.
I was going to say, it did even seem like that. Like on NXT, on Netflix, it just felt like it went the whole way through.
Yeah, but they are commercial free, but they are because of that.
They never broke away from it once. Like it felt like they never broke away from it once. I looked at the timer. Like I think it was a tick under 30 minutes. It was like 27 minutes, something like that. Like, it was a cracker. I was very, very happy with the match. I can't complain about the match at all. I understand the sentiment, bro. I understand it.
No, it's calm.
If anything, too, like DIY have had a lot of Mania moments already.
Yeah.
The profits for this.
I think you mean the profits, by the way. I don't think you mean DIY. I think you mean the profits.
No, I'm saying the ones who I feel missed out are the profits. DIY have been there. They have done it. I think, and the profits have too. But I think what I'm saying on this scale of like what was the point of the whole story direction in the last since they returned?
Oh, to elevate Street
Since
Profits.
they returned, what was the point of the return? What was the point of the culmination of them as champions and the cementing of them as almost like, because you remember I said I was almost accusing them of ripping off AEW, and what they're doing was Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley. It was like they were trying to emulate two big black guys that were so big and powerful that who was going to stop? How were you going to stop them? And they're over as shit, but they're meant to be heels, basically, kinda. Especially look at the way they went around the tag team division recently. Essentially, they're heels, but they were fighting heels, bona fide heels. They're not heels, like, and they're doing dastardly things, but they were over as fuck.
The celebration after
in
they
that
won
match.
Yeah, with the fans, I was nuts.
Bro, I was vibing with it. You know what I mean? Like, for the first time, I was feeling it. And that not being at Mania is the biggest miss. Like, not so much the match, but at 100% seems like they are, even at a time where I'm saying these guys should have broken up ages ago. See, even that, bro, Motor City Machine Guns, I don't know what they are now, bro. I don't fucking know what they are.
But they actually had a good deal. They actually had a good display.
That match was really good too, the one on SmackDown. MCMG are great. I think they're a great team. They're pretty bland, personality-wise, but they, again, you know you're going to get a great... If they get given 10, 15, 20 minutes, you're going to fucking see some of the best tag team.
Really but it was so
like,
good.
for me, the best of them is in TNA, and then I got to see a little bit of it in AEW too, and then what I've seen from them already in WWE, they are phenomenal. Like, because even in AEW, and because of what Shelley was doing off the back of TNA, we did get them as a tag team, but they were kind of more individual doing their, because Alex Shelley was coming off, you know, being world heavyweight champion at TNA. He had only like a year or two ago, like he had the biggest single run of his career. So they were having Saban in like mid card time, and Saban was fucking. I'd never looked at him ever as and not since X Division. And I looked at Chris Saban as like a singles guy, and the stuff I seen him do in AEW against like a Buddy Murphy and shit, like great phenomenal matches. So those dudes are 40, both of them, you know. So like, they've all the props to them. Like they've been rushed into a situation because of who they are and their stature, and it's well deserved.
And
like,
I think the bloodline thing I had to force it as well. By the way, remember when they won the titles off the bloodline?
And even that now, like that's fucked. Have you heard? Tama is 100% out now. Like he's surgery done, and Tangaloa's still got no ETA. So the Gorillas of Destiny, which we never even properly got, we literally never even got. We didn't even get it at the War Games, bro. They didn't even come out of the Gorillas of Destiny.
Well,
we never got GOD, which is the proper tag team of Tama Tonga and Tangaloa, where they're not bloodline, where they're not like, where they are the Good Brothers in makeup, like corpse paint, you know, like you'd mark out, like it's like the same transformation that the Demon is to Finn Balor. Tama Tonga and Tangaloa in the Bullet Club, and like they're all mouthy and shit, but when they come out war paint and the armor, like they're monsters, unkillable monsters, and that's what put them over. And we didn't even get a sniff of it in WWE. They played bodyguards and sidekicks, and now they're both injured. Would they have been able to
be called that though?
I don't know, because the Gorillas of Destiny was their tag team name.
Oh, okay.
The Bullet Club was the faction.
Yeah.
They were Bullet Club members. I think they would be able to, because the Good Brothers, same thing. Like, but even they had a different name. But I think they would have been able to get away with it with a lot of the other stuff that's made the transition from New Japan. I definitely think they would have been able to get away with it. I'm pretty sure. I mean, the fact that Tama Tonga and Tangaloa both kept their names, positive they would have owned that IP, bro. positive because Bullet Club, like New Japan owned the factions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even Bullet, it's why even in AEW, like every single fucking offshoot has to be called a different name. You know what I mean? The Elite, Bullet Club Gold, they can't outright call themselves the Bullet Club. Same even in WWE. Like the club is such a thing, bro. Like but the dudes who are behind the core of it are fucking Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, Tox Farley, Finn Bella. So like I would dare say, they own it. They could be the Gorillas of Destiny in WWE, 100%. But we won't get it anytime soon.
But anyway, guys, I say we move on though because we've been chatting too much about this.
But it was good though. It was good. It was honestly, it was sick. Like we need more of it. They need to build up the tag team division better. More of that, please. Can we? Like honestly, you know what would be great if we could bring back like a wheel type thing where once a month or so be it a title match or a contenders match is a forced stipulation type thing.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool,
you know what I mean? So just once, like it doesn't even have to be for a set division. You know what I mean? So like just one title match a month gets the wheel, like gets a cage, a ladder, a TLC, like not anything that's like a rivalry ending, Hell in a Cell, buried, nothing like that, but cage, ladder, tables, TLC, whatever, like because
it provides
stipulations can be overdone. We've seen that. Like, look at the TLC pay-per-view. They literally have individual stipulate, like, but my fucking God, look what TLC can be. Like, TLC 2 should never, this is the thing, they killed it. It should never be pin. It should never be pin or fucking submission.
Oh, they did that with 2 or 3 matches. They did that
with one-on-ones. They've done it heaps. John Cena, fucking... They've done it.
No, wait, Cena and Orton was they grabbed the
TLC,
title.
like a TLC match.
It was the Shield and Ryback and
title, bro. And if it's not a title, it's a contract or a stipulation or something. But there's got to be something that they're climbing the ladder for, man. Like that's the point of TLC. The ladders, the tables and the chairs are the extra stipulation. It's not just a ladder match, and a ladder match is meant to be to climb for something.
You imagine if they had a Royal Rumble and you could pin in it.
Exactly, bro. Like it's
makes no sense.
It'd be like or having DQ. What was the one or having DQ in a Hell in a Cell?
Yeah. Well, guys, listen. I say we move on.
But yeah, it's essentially my final say is we've ruined stipulations by doing them too much. Right, we've overdone it, and then we get devoid of one for so long. Then we finally get it off. Like, look at Punk and Drew in Hell in a Cell. Look at this TLC match. Please keep delivering like this. We need a ladder match now that is going to be remembered as one of the. We need a Michaels, a Shawn Michaels-esque ladder match now, bro. From something this year, like a WWE title or an Intercontinental title. We need a ladder match between two guys that delivers. Because I just think at the moment they're really nailing bringing back stipulation matches and making them feel fucking special again. I know it should have been on WrestleMania, but it was so good, bro. We were spoiled. Anybody who got to watch that match on free-to-air TV, bro, the people that they would have been loving that it wasn't. Cunts that couldn't afford Mania and don't have Netflix and shit, they would have loved that, bro. Like, honestly, for them, they would have loved that. Like, it would have been big ratings for SmackDown. Segments on YouTube are probably going off. Like, it does suck. It sucks for the guys involved. It sucks for Mania. But fuck, what a match. What a match.
Anyway, guys, do you guys want to talk about anything else, or should we end it here?
What else do you want to cover? I'm just trying to think.
I mean, the only thing we can really cover quickly, I mean Zelina's new women's.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry. Boo. Long audible boo earns. No, not a fan. Her
theme song's pathetic as well, by the way.
I'm not gonna hate on her. she's a good wrestler when they use her well, when they actually build her. The best thing they ever did with her was her story with Rhea Ripley. It was the closest and most believable thing they've ever done with her, and she wasn't going to stand a chance.
Because of the Puerto Rico element. Yeah.
She's like, yeah, and it was pushed, and who cares? It still worked. It was good. It was a good story. She cries too much. She needs some
Alistair Black in her, bro. Pause.
She uses the my daddy died thing too much. She's very much, they use her to cash in on the Hispanic crowd, and we've already seen them do that with her. I feel like it's an Alistair Black return. Let's make his wife relevant. Like, I genuinely feel that's more that. Like, just for their little instant backstage clip of him in Gorilla kissing her as she came back with the title. Like, dude literally just returned all mysteriously and creepily after years of an absence. And then you literally did that to have the backstage heartfelt moment that's going to get you your clicks and your likes on YouTube. Like, that's a little bit separating from the reality of what we just witnessed before that. But my fucking God, Chelsea Green, like, we did nothing with her. We gave her nothing. We gave her shit, and she turned it into diamonds. Every time. We gave her shit, she turned it into diamonds. We gave her nothing.
She needed a bigger.
I know you rate Mia, but we gave her nothing feuds. She turned it into diamonds. Every single bit of tiny 2 minutes that they give her, funniest shit that will be on TV for the week. Like,
she is the female.
Better, bruh. Like, she's like fucking R-Truth, The Miz, the Iconics, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, like, she's cringe and annoying and full of herself, and it just works so well. Like, she's the best. She is over, and she's been over.
But this is why I want her in a big feud, bro. I'm sorry, but the reason why her championship run did not go to plan and why I think she should have lost is because there was no big feuds for her, bro. I think even Zelina will suffer with this. Zelina will suffer the same fate. They both will suffer.
Zelina Vega should be on Twitter fighting for the speed title.
Jester, I need you to hear me out 1 second. Calm down. I'm just saying. Yeah, calm down, brother. Calm down. Calma. Don't make me play the Lee Gunner clip, bro. I have it. Brother, you know us for Jester.
Go. Calma. Tranquila. Vamos. Yeah? Relax.
Calma. Listen to your
I'll go get my ally. I'll go get my Tetsuya Naito hat. Tranquilo.
Tranquilo. Yeah. Calma.
Right.
Anyway.
You explain to me why this is. Make this make sense.
No. I actually think regardless, unless like the U.S. Championship, the Intercontinental Champion will, no matter whether you switch it or you don't, will mean fuck all unless you put big feuds in.
I.e., what is now happening with the IC title. No matter if we like it or not, it's going to be elevated.
That's the point. And the U.S. Championship needs that same thing.
Yes, it does.
I'm sorry, Jester, but listen, Chelsea. I feel like if Chelsea had a big opponent for her,
I 100% agree. I 100% agree.
Can't think of.
I get where you're coming from. I 100% agree.
But you know why you can't, Liam? The reason why you can't is because unfortunately, all the big how I say the big faces of the women, SmackDown, they're all feuding in their own. Like, you have the SmackDown WWE Women's Championship, then you have the Jade Cargill Naomi thing, and then Bianca gonna intervene when her injury is recovered from, because she got injured.
Yeah, she broke her fingers, didn't she?
Yeah, exactly. So it's one of those ones in which there is really nothing. And again, I think it comes down to what I said about Monday Night Raw. They need more women's talent in. Not even just about Evolution. I just think in general they need more women's talent in, bro. You know, they need more interesting feuds, interesting stories, all this stuff. I feel like SmackDown, unless you have Tiffany, bro, they brought back Nia Jax as well.
I know who could take that bout to a different level.
Who?
Asuka when she comes back.
But don't you think she's gonna be with Kairi Sane and that?
No, I don't. Again, that's another.
I
dead
know,
topic.
but like they're gonna do it, Liam. They're gonna do it because of the whole. They want to keep the whole.
No, I get it. I get what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I'm not trying to go at you, but like, I don't want to.
But I do agree. She needs to be a singles again. Yeah, she needs.
At this rate, they're going to end up putting it on Piper Niven.
I mean, to be fair, you know what? If Chelsea was going to lose it to anybody, it could have been to Piper.
It should have been Piper. Yeah, they should have done the classic.
If you deep it should have been to Piper.
They should have because they built that. They built that story with Piper ages ago too. Who was she with previously before Chelsea?
No, Alexa. No,
she played a lackey to someone else too.
Yeah.
Ages ago.
The one with red hair. Can't think of a freaking name.
Eva
Marie.
She played the lackey to Eva Marie. I remember she played the 100. I could remember it. I was like, she's already done it before, and and as it is, like, we have never on the main roster had NXT Piper Niven, and we have most definitely never had NXT UK Piper Niven on the main roster ever. She has only like Doudrop killed her. That's who when she was with Eva Marie. She was
Alexa Bliss is an idea, but the problem is she's doing the Wyatt.
That won't work because they're doing the Wyatt stuff.
Bro, Alexa should just be on TV. Full stop. So should the Wyatts, but whoever or how many of them are hurt. So
can we just take it back to
Alexa should have been on TV.
Yeah.
Even in meaningless feuds, Alexa Bliss had the biggest pop at the Royal Rumble and the second biggest pop of this year next to Dom winning the IC title. And we have not seen her on TV since. So
yeah.
Like, I like the White Six stuff, but I feel like they should just give up with it. Like
apparently Netflix hates it. That was the rumor as soon as it went there, but the apparent real reason was that like Bo was dealing with an injury. Bo was hurt. But even that, like just because Bo's not there, they should have had the rest of them on TV, bro. Like it's like the Wyatts and Bray not being there. You can still have the action on TV and not have the mouthpiece. You know what I mean? Like, or you could still use him to film vignettes and had him on TV. You know what I mean? Like, they still could have had him on TV. So it's possibly mostly the Netflix hate the kooky shit. So they've got to get moved to SmackDown. They've all got to get moved to SmackDown so they can be on normal TV doing the kooky shit. But yes, I don't think they should pull the plug on it. The fact that they're all still there, they're all still signed, they brought them all back. It was bad luck. Like it's cursed, full stop. But Bray.
Anyway, as a whole, guys, the women's div.
Every single thing in it is mid.
There you go.
Yeah, like him trying to get on Bobby Lashley's dick, bro.
So my question is, when MJF comes over, how quick do you reckon you're going to all up in your how quick do you think you're going to go from, not knowing anything about this guy, like to, here's the next big thing. Like,
is that to me or is it?
It's all to me.
Hey?
Oh, okay.
So wait, why are you asking me this question?
No, he's just because you've used his clips a few times. He's a goat. MJF.
No, I'm sorry, but MJF in AEW is, I actually think, the greatest heel.
He's there absolutely the greatest star that they've created.
He's the biggest. He's the
it's a lot harder to create.
Earth, and I love
it's a lot harder to create a heel that is that over than it is to create a face.
Yes.
And
that's what he did. Bro.
They've shown that with Hangman Page. Like Hangman Page, they literally had to turn him into the most despicable dude in the world to get the people to get behind him because as a face, it was too bland. They had to turn him into a bad guy. Whereas MJF got so over as a heel, they had to turn him face. But even as a face, he was a jerk. What was his character? You know what I mean? He's insane, bro. He's from New Jersey, bro. He's not from New York.
No,
from
Long
Jersey.
Island, New York. By the way, apparently it's Long Island. He keeps on talking, saying he's from Long Island. But thing is, isn't Long Island, New York in New Jersey? Hey, Lewis, you're American. You can tell us. So Long Island, New York, isn't like
Yeah,
part
but
of
he's it's where he's from. I thought he was from Jersey. I thought he was actually a Jersey.
No,
boy.
Long Island, New York.
Yes, the Long Island. I know the Long Island thing. But I just thought he was a Jersey Jew, bro, like a soprano type fucking.
No, Long Island, New York.
Oh,
Yeah.
so don't even go on about
Two different states. Yeah.
Fucking love that
Sopranos.
shit.
Yeah, it's great. It is one of the best.
Yeah, see, Lewis is saying two different states, see, so we don't get mixed up.
Yeah, all good, bro, all good. No, he's goat. He's I mean, honestly, he's actually on his way to becoming one of the most prominently well-known, well-respected, and loved Jews in the world. And I'm not saying it like Jews, but he is. That's a part of his thing. Is being a prominent.
I've read what he said about religion as a whole, and I respect it. To be fair,
I don't think I've seen his quote on religion.
No. I read it on his Instagram once. No, he respects all religion and that, so it's called.
He's a very smart dude, and he's very outspoken too. Like he's someone who will tear down mutants. You know what I mean? He'll tear down a mutant and take great pride in it. He's great character, but the dude is highly intelligent, like big brain. Big brain dude, very smart, knows the business inside out already. Bro, if and when I know when and if it happens. So if we get a big drought with Cody, if we have to wait 6 months or a year before Cody has the title back on him, the moment he gets the title back on him, that's when MJF debuts in WWE.
I just want him to stay away from Netflix, though. I feel like they're gonna ruin him.
Bro, you know my concern with MJ? I feel like the problem with Netflix is that they bleep out swear, but even USA, like, bro, all these
that's what I mean. Like they let The Rock be The Rock, but MJF is.
And even the Rock being The Rock was bullshit, because when he come to NXT,
I mean, it is bullshit. Then they had to go fuck yourself, cut out. Yeah, I know, bro. On WrestleMania, a fucking pay-per-view.
the guy went to NXT, right? Said, "Oh, we're not leaving. We'll go all night." He literally got 30 seconds and then it cut off.
Yeah, but you know why? Because that's CW, bro. Like,
well, yeah, but just don't say that then. You can't act like this big guy that owns everything with an ego, and then you get cut off, because that means that there's someone above you that's telling you what to do. Like what?
Yeah, I hear. But guys, you know what? I mean, we still didn't even talk about, and I don't think we need to, because it was shit, to be honest. Or not shit, it was not the best. It was the United States Championship. Who gives a fuck? The Intercontinental Champion. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? It's probably gonna make the fair forward.
It was only to build. Yeah. Was only to build to what's happening next.
Like Drew McIntyre.
But I am glad Dom and AJ. Dom and AJ has, like, I mean, we were talking about Dom and bro, what is my wheel doing? I turned my PlayStation on, my wheel's just turning on and off like 10 times.
It's driving
the potential with Logan and the potential with Logan and AJ, you know, we were like, yeah, mad. And then the match was good, but like, you know what I mean? This is another one where I think, like, look at what Dom's done with Penta. That's what I'm saying. Look at what Dom's done with Penta. You know, like, Dom has grown and improved so much as an actual wrestler that I just think, you know, the possibilities are really good in that match. They get 10 minutes. They'll have a good match. It's going to be a nefarious means, like, you 100% know that it's going to be fucking Dom doing something dodge to win. But like, I genuinely, especially after Mania, I think AJ's done. I think AJ is in his last few months of his current WWE contract.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's re-signing. And I think he's either retiring, but I actually think he's going to AEW, and he's going to take some major money for a 1 or 2 year short-term deal. But I think
that's fair,
I think the booking that he's been given indicates that he's said, I'm on my way out, but I'm willing to, because they're like, you don't not use a guy like AJ Styles. You know what I mean? If a guy like that, a guy like that's leaving his
Ricochet towards the end as well.
100%, bro. If anything, they nearly almost they 100% buried him too, but they were kind of putting him over in that process too. Like he was getting monstered, man. Like was showing his selling ability.
Yeah, they were putting Braun over at the same time, so it's like,
bro, I enjoyed that whole feud. Even I will say this: Ricochet and Braun Strowman never should have been a thing. And they made that work, and I don't know how they made that work. And when it was working,
it's the dynamic because remember they had beef with one another.
I know, but I know. So the feud made sense. And then the feud worked.
They come together.
It just didn't but
then they came together because that match they had their respect from that match. And
I know. That's a story, bro. That's a story.
It worked.
I'm saying that's a story. It worked, man. Like it made me enjoy Braun Strowman matches. Like
exactly.
And Ricochet, I've only ever really liked seeing Ricochet against people that are like Ricochet. Because especially come WWE, you've only ever seen him get squashed. You have to go back to NXT to see Ricochet matches. You know what I mean? You do. Like the takeover, bro. Ricochet takeover. That's all you need to see. Back in the day on NXT, the undisputed fucking era against the top faces of NXT. Ricochet doing his triple moonsault fucking front flip off the cage or whatever it was. Like the version we got from the main roster was never, but that worked with him. That was really good. He was on his way out. They buried him. I don't think they're going to quite do that to AJ. They could write him off come the time, but losing to Logan Paul, having that record at WrestleMania, and then being booked straight into a obvious defense against Dom, I really think if whatever AJ's next feud is I did see Indy signed with TNA, bro, and I am so fucking happy for her answer. And it was I called it. I called it as not only where she's going to go, where she needs to go. I didn't want her anywhere near AEW. I did not want her anywhere near AEW.
She's never going to be
there. She doesn't need to be there, and I don't think they'd use her well. They have the thing, my booking straight away for Indy at TNA, and why I called for her to be there 3 months ago was because they lost Jordan Grace. Indy has the potential and the ability to be a muscle mummy. Indy is she's beautiful. She's gorgeous, right?
She's built a shit house.
She's so strong, and she's been through stages, but she could be I don't want her to be like Jordan Grace, right? Yeah. I'm talking more, but she could full well go there, and I wouldn't hate her if she did. But I've literally seen this girl grow up, bro. I've watched this girl wrestle local shows 6-7 years ago, and she was a stick, a skinny little girl with a booty. That's all she was back then. And now, her in-ring ability is as good as a Charlotte, a Rhea, a Bailey, and she's already proven that in NXT. The character that they had for her in NXT, with the exception of the way stuff, was not that good. Her character work that she did before NXT, she was a heel, only ever, even at home. She was only ever a fucking bitchy, I'm better than everybody heel. And we've never really ever seen that version of her in WWE or NXT. Even when she was a villain in the way, it was more a ditzy villain. They played on her cutesiness. And then even when she got to her peak at WWE, they played on that ditchiness and that cutesiness again.
Because
Dexter.
They played on her being ditzy with Dexter, didn't they?
Exactly, right? And still over as fuck. Became the NXT Women's Champion, gets instantly hurt, main roster, wasted, done. Her downfall is something that should be studied. In terms of, she literally had the NXT Championship, and then 2 weeks later she was on the main roster, and then that was it. That was it.
Yeah.
Bro, her in-ring ability. Do you remember her fucking springboards Like, what woman do you see of her size that like is constantly doing these fucking and like elbow drop, brother, elbow drops. I talk about the elbow drop and how a good elbow drop is a good elbow drop. Like her in-ring ability is so good, but her TNA, this is the back door in, back to WWE. She is, and can show, and she's got her name. It's her name. Indy Hartwell is the brand. There used to be, Save Indie Wrestling. I love indie wrestling, but with her spelling. So it was like you're a mark, but you're an indie mark. You know what I mean? Like her. So it's perfect. It's all laid out. She's an Aussie. She's a strong bitch. They just lost Jordan Grace. They've got their bitchy. They got Tessa fucking Blanchard, who everybody hates and is a racist bitch. So like, Indy they could put her in any position in TNA. I hope it's 100% the Jordan Grace position. Like, muscle mummy, please turn her into like it's what I. So the moment they lost Jordan and Indy was out of there, I begged for her to be at TNA because I knew because that Jordan was out, Indy walking into that situation would be instant main contender. They did it with fucking Ash by Elegance, fucking Dana Brooke. And they haven't pulled the trigger on it. Indy, they'd pull the trigger instantly. And she's got history with Tessa Blanchard already.
Yeah.
So, but I'm stoked, bro. Sorry to detour there. I'm stoked for her. I love Indy. She's so.
No, I hear her. But
it is a damn shame that woman swings the other way. And her, bro, and if you look on her Instagram, I shit you not, Indy Hartwell's girlfriend is like a clone of Indy Hartwell. It's not fair. It's like it's like when you it's like what porno says to you lesbians are, but they're not. And then when you see Indy Hartwell with her partner on Instagram, you're like, nah, this is nah. But look it up. Believe me, Indy Hartwell, she loves to munch the rug. But yeah, she's great. She's a legend. I love her. Big ups, Indy. Sorry if you heard that, Indy. I'm sorry. I think you're very pretty, and I rate you. I'm sorry, Indy. I've seen her since she was like 19 years old, bro. Like the missus couldn't stand her. My miss. This says so much about her character and her face and her. My missus hated Indy Hartwell. We'd go to the local shows, and I'm like, oh, fucking Indy Hartwell. Of course, my missus hated her.
Bro, I wish I had brother and all that stuff, but I don't have it, unfortunately. So. This is the best.
You're going to use it.
You're finished. You're finished. Wallahi, you're finished. Wallahi, you're finished.
No, I don't care. That guy, I get it, right? All the boys and shit.
Oh, we're gonna start again. Why did I play the clip? Ya Allah.
No. If that brother went up to Indy Hartwell and said, "Why are you gay?" That brother needs to fucking get his priorities checked, bro. Like that brother's not gay.
It's not about that. Like, I don't even care about that.
Wait.
It's what the fuck you just said. It's like porno, bro.
And she's like, "Yeah."
You
like,
fucked up, Zia.
And then the next thing would be like, "Can I watch?"
Oh.
Liam knows it's the truth. Why are you gay? He did that guy talking to
I need that clip.
Like,
no. Can I just say? I need that.
Can I
clip.
watch?
Yeah, I need that clip. By the way.
Why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
All right, Indy Hartwell, mate.
Right,
okay, listen. By the way, listen.
Yeah, hey, I'm setting up. You've got to sort me out.
Right, before he ends.
Before I end, khalas, we're gonna talk about a new conversation.
No. I just want to mention one thing because he was talking about Indy Hartwell going to TNA and there's a relationship there and blah 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 blah.
I'm gonna sleep on stream, guys. I'm gonna pull off a.
I agree with what Jester's saying about the AEW contract and big money for AJ and so on. I just really hope that AJ goes back to TNA because they did him wrong.
Because of that further connect, yeah.
They did him wrong.
He was meant to be in the Hall of Fame, and yeah.
So yeah, I love the way that this guy's just gone when that was literally my point. I'm not saying anything else. Fraud.
If they keep their partnership with him and it like stays a permanent thing, then 100%, yeah. Finish up where he started. Like who else gets to say they done that? Like, and can say that when they started there, their place was at nothing. And then, you know, when they go back there, they're now in the position that they literally helped that place get to the next step. You know what I mean?
The fact that
TNA has been through through the fucking.
Yeah, I was watching that show, and when I seen all of the crowd, I was like, let's go.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, that's why, because even I made the NXT connection straight away with TNA and Indy, just because of the history and how they're already doing such a phenomenal job using NXT talent, and vice versa. Like, I was already screaming for it about the Randy Orton and Joe Hendry thing.
Yeah,
you know, like, imagine that. So, like, you've got a possible down the line, you've got Randy Orton and Joe Hendry headlining, and then you have, say, Indy Hartwell and who's got it at the moment? The women's Stephanie.
Stephanie.
So, you know, Indy's brand new in TNA, or say Indy's got the TNA one, and Stephanie just loses the NXT one. But yes, 100%. Like, what a matchup! And I noticed in the comments too, she fought Sasha Banks at House of Glory a couple of weeks back. She's got a championship over here, which she's obviously going to have to drop. She already won one back over here. For a local one for us. But yeah, that would be sick. I still think AEW, just because he's got the best work he did, and what reignited his whole career was the New Japan thing. And that was like the Bullet Club. Essentially, even like the Bullet Club was already a thing, but him joining it was what made it the next level. AJ, like, and then that's what got him on WWE's radar. Like, it's bullshit that he had his whole TNA career, and then it took a further 2 years in New Japan to get involved with guys like Finn Balor and the Bullet Club and the coolest, like, new NWO thing ever for WWE to finally acknowledge him. But the acknowledgement was so thick. Like, nobody has ever had a greater, in my opinion, insta debut in WWE TV than AJ Styles. Like, especially in the era that they brought him in, with Vince still in control.
Yeah, Vince didn't even know who he was. I think people was gonna know.
And they brought him in at number 3. You know what I mean? Like, at the Rumble, they brought him in at number 3. Roman's face, bro. Roman's face is still fucking. AJ is a goat, bona fide goat. I think his days are wrapping up, and I think he wants to spend time with his family. I wouldn't mind if he just stopped. I wouldn't mind if he went back to TNA and wrapped it up, did a 6-month fucking Hall of Fame tour. I wouldn't mind if he went to AEW for a year or two, but I would be very worried that he's going to get in too deep, because Edge has done it. And these older dudes, they go there, they want to, and they get hurt.
Talking of AEW, what do you think of Mara May coming to WWE?
I think it's done. I think
Another women's edition for me.
I think she's already, like, I think it's done, bro. They hate to admit when someone's leaving. They never really have a release saying that anyone's leaving. They essentially freeze people out. Like, Tony Khan, within it only took 1 year, because contracts, you know, bare minimum and such, only start for a certain amount of time. But it only took 1 year before releases started happening and stuff like that. And we've seen that Tony was exactly the same businessman that Vince McMahon was when it came to a property that they own, you know, with the show, and then the wrestler, the creation, that I will shut you down. That if you're leaving me for the competition, or that you're unhappy here, that I will shut you down and freeze you out and make you irrelevant. Miro, Black, Andrade, Phoenix, Penta.
Yeah, but the fans ain't falling for
the bullshit. Bro, the Ricky Starks one was bad. The Ricky Starks one was bad. And, like, that was public. Like, I'd like to know how much money the kid was asking for. If I could find out how much he was asking for, I'd give my full verdict on that one, because he's a star, but he's not made yet. But he's a star.
Yeah, but he's doing the job at
MJF. could demand whatever fucking contract he wants. Ricky Starks is accused of being MJF light. So I do rate Ricky Starks. I couldn't stand him at first. And also Ricky Starks is a Cody Rhodes and Sean Spears pet project. Like probably their greatest pet project. One of their ones that he's only 24, 25, 26. He's been with them and their training school since day one. They literally got him his first gig. And he was in Cody's corner at Mania. It's a done deal. MJF, same thing. But Mariah May, yeah, she's coming, bro. I don't know what they're going to do with her, though. Because Mariah May...
I could see her in NXT because of her gimmick, and then
I don't think she do. I think it'd be almost disrespectful if they did. I don't think she has to. She doesn't need promo work. She doesn't need.
Do you think she needs to be pushed to Raw though? Because if not, it's straight into Tiffany, isn't it?
I don't know where they put her on the main roster because she is another Tiffany, right?
Yeah.
She's different.
But guys,
But she's literally just come from the biggest female feud possibly of the last few years. Tony Storm and Mariah May was the biggest story in AEW in the last year. You know, bigger than Hangman Page and Strickland and shit. She's very good. She's very, very good.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you.
He's falling asleep.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not
He's
gonna
falling
lie.
asleep.
I
go to bed, bro.
Yeah,
then shut it down, mate. You asked about Mariah May, cunt. Whatever.
I mean, to be honest, Liam just kept on asking you questions, and I'm just
fucking. Wait, put your hand out. Just push that camera off the.
I'm just sitting there, and I'm like.
It's all right. He's gone now.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. So I'll just push
no. But guys, it's my channel. So here's the thing, right? So I'm like, yeah. Keep going, guys. You know.
There you go. That's better.
Just go to bed, bro. We'll run your channel for you. Don't worry, mate. We'll do a fucking 12-hour stream.
Hey, listen, maybe you can continue.
All good.
Maybe,
all good.
Yeah, maybe you can
all
continue on your. I know you're on your channel, guys. You know what I mean? Maybe Liam can help on into your OBS.
She has not been involved or mentioned on any AEW programming since the loss to Tony, the last loss to Tony. So it's a done deal. She's.
Have you set up the redirect?
Yeah, I'm gonna set it up now. And by the way, you know what? Who's live now, guys? Who's live?
Him, bro. This guy.
Oh, you actually just gone live on EAFC.
Yeah, Arsenal, mate. Fucking make Arsenal great again because they're shit in fucking real life.
Facts.
Bro,
please tell me you don't still have this guy.
Wait, what?
Is that own guy? This cunt. I hate him. You're taking a photo of
well.
Bro. Have you seen? You've got to see me when you have to see. You guys have to test it. Play FIFA 25. Plays Arsenal. Get attacking. Give the ball to Odegaard. Watch what he does. He does. He'll run backwards. He'll run. I'm serious, bro. I've pulled my whole team away from this guy, and he fucking turns around and he'll run to an own goal if he can, bro. The AI of this cunt is broken in the game. You give him the ball. If he ain't on the edge of the box, he will run backwards, bro. He'll run from the edge of the box to the halfway line. He'll run from the halfway line to the fucking goal line.
Calma. Tranquila.
It's Herder. Get him out. No Tranquillo, mate. Odegaard is shit. I hate him. He's fucking... But by the way, the guy who just said calm down would agree with you 100%. So I mean,
I agree as well. I can't stand the prick.
I think he's footballing version of Dolph Ziggler. To be honest.
I rage about him in the game, and I know the opinions of him. And I remember someone being like, "Oh, you're always complaining about the AI and the inaccuracy. This is the most accurate AI FIFA's had." He's fucking shit.
No, fuck the AI, bro. I fucking despise the AI myself.
Nah, but the algorithm AI shit, bro. The way the manager mode works, you're trying to play you're fucking playing manager mode, be a pro, and Artur's starting fucking my forward career like 68 rated with like orange stamina, like as a starter, bro. Like, and you're playing Champions League Cup. You know what I mean? Like when you're manager and you're rotating your squad, you know what I mean? Like in the career that it's not there, bro. Like fucking, and then other people were like, no, that's an Arteta thing. That's accurate as he loves running players into the ground. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, but you're like, it's the game I want to play. Fuck real life.
Yeah, but guys, anyway, we're gonna end it here. We're gonna end it here.
I'm gonna be raging for the next 2 hours at it, and then I've got a big day of racing.
We will end it here, guys.
Arsenal are.
Zia is sleeping, guys.
Lord of the Eyebrows wants to go to bed.
Yes. Eyebrows wants to go to bed. Yes, fuck off. Anyway.
By the way, Jester, he got engaged, by the way.
Oh my god, that's a lot of bullshit.
So who? Organized marriage?
No. Bro.
That's the donkey. You're a donkey.
Y'all are donkeys.
No. What? It's a donkey? Oh, bro, come on. I mean, I was going to make the camel joke for the organized marriage.
You are fucking donkeys. You, Liam, every single individual that actually...
Jahaj.
Yeah, you are Jahsh. Yeah, and Jahsh. Yes, you are Jahsh. Yes, you are Jahsh.
Yes, you are Jahsh. Yes, you are a Jahsh.
I can't feel my fucking chest.
Yeah,
because you're a Jahsh too.
Anyway, I'm going to end it. Listen, people.
Yalla, Habibi.
Subscribe, like, comment your way. Press alarm bells. Go check ZeerTalks socials. Go check NoThisIsJester. And inshallah, you're well wherever you are. Also, go check TBV Wrestling. Right. Now, I'm going to bounce. Take care and see you later. Alhamdulillah.
First of all, I want to say Alhamdulillah. God gave me everything. Alhamdulillah. I know you got this. They don't like this. Alhamdulillah. Tomorrow night, I'm going to smash your boy, guys. I'm going to smash your boy.
Hi, Zia's missus.